I don't know if anyone's here with me just yet, but I'd like to welcome you all in. I think I might be live. I don't know. It looks like I've been live for again like 18 seconds, and it doesn't look like I'm live yet. Oops. Hold on, let's see here. Oh, I think I might be live. Oh, welcome in, everybody. Oh, look, I have a commercial that's playing in the background. Let me mute my secondary device so I can pull the chat up. Oh, the chat is already full with a whole bunch of people. Look at us go. So we've got, let's see here. We've got Justice for Julian. We have Pistachio. We have Nicole. We have Alma. We have Susan, Terry Cover. Let's see here. Lori J made it. Pistachio, thank you so much. I think I received friend mail from you today. I do believe. If it's from you, I absolutely love the shirt. I'll be wearing it all the time. Michelle Guida made it. Lori J. Carol Schultz, Melissa, Mara, don't know how to say your name, so sorry. Kemi made it. Art Rescuer, Marilyn, Designs Laura made it. Daria Kelly. Oh, so many people made it tonight. And this is a preview for a coming video. This is obviously not a clothing button or why we're here tonight, but I felt this very important to show. I recently picked this up at an antique shop in Peninsula, Ohio, and there's a long story behind this portrait bronze. I fell in love with this. I absolutely just fell in love with this. You can see why. The realism and the expression and the detail and the proportions and the surface and the sensitivity of the hand of the artist that created this. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. We're going to have an epic time. And a lot of people would say, I don't want to talk about clothing buttons. Yes, you do. If you go to thrift stores, garage sales, rummage sales, storage unit auctions, you need to be well versed in everything. You need to be well versed in everything from ephemera, historical photographs, beautiful art pottery, wonderful antique art glass, Victorian clothing, vintage purses, clothing buttons, jewelry, linens and quilts. Antique general line is where I specialized for a very long time. I worked with many different auction facilities nationwide. I was a curator and I did catalogs and photographs, and they would put everything in front of me from a home and I'd have to know it. I didn't have the luxury of Google Lens, AI, all this artificial intelligence that's, quote, helping people now. I navigated all that myself with my knowledge, my brain, my hands, my eyes. And my hands and my eyes dictated to me that this had to come home with me. So this is coming to a video very, very soon. It is bronze. It is fully artisan signed. And I did a whole bunch of research. And this was done by a female artist. I don't know who got held for review, but please keep the chat safe tonight, guys. Please keep it safe and solvent. You'd be doing me a great favor. I am in such a positive mindset right now, and I'd like to keep it that way. My vibe is very chill. I had a wonderful day. A lot of people would say you seem depressed or you seem sad. No, I'm tired. I did 3 long feed videos for all of you today. 3 long feed videos for all of you today. Pre-recorded long feed videos. A haul from a gem show, what I look for, why do I buy certain things, what stones should you look for, talking about investments, talking about wearability, talking about quality, talking about what I would like to show you why I purchase what I purchase. What has brought me great success over the last 30 years, and antique buttons is only a small fraction of what has brought me great success over the years. The title is true. The collection, the button collection, is worth $27,800. That's what it's worth. $27,800. And you would say, well, it sure seems extreme. That sure seems like an extreme amount of money. I have dealt with much more expensive collections through the years. I will show you what to look for in antique buttons, and we're only going to get through a very small fraction of antique buttons. I would ask all the crafters out there, please consult with a professional and an expert in the button collecting world before you start clipping shanks off and hot gluing buttons together. You might be damaging 300, 400, 500, 600, $1,200 buttons. You might be undoing the history that has spanned before us. Please be very considerate of antique buttons. Please be mindful, and please consult an expert. Thank you. Public service announcement 1, done for the night. A diamond necklace that I wear all the time. I bought this for my retirement. When I retired from the auction gallery in Ohio, I treated myself to this diamond pendant. It is 18 karat gold and an amazing, beautiful diamond. And so many of you have asked, we see you wear this all the time. Can you show it to us close up? Well, there you go. All you have to do is ask, and I will always show you. All you have to do is ask, and I will do it. I'm going to put that back on because it has not been off my neck now for over 3 years. I don't leave a lot of jewelry on, but that one just has such a vibe. That one just has such a vibe and a shake, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I love that they used antique and vintage diamonds. All earth mined, all magnificent, and all fantastic. We are not here to talk about jewelry tonight. The other 2 videos that I constructed for your viewing pleasure within the next 2 weeks. I think I aired the first one. Of the 3 that I recorded, they're all titled, all thumbnailed, and all ready to go. And I think the first one airs, I think it airs tomorrow, Wednesday. Then I think I skip a whole bunch of days to like draw in a new crowd. And I think I air that on, I think I air the next one on Saturday. And then I might air another one on next Monday. So they're kind of be like spaced out a little bit. They'll kind of be timed to where they all don't go on YouTube at the same time. Because I know a lot of you have full lives to live, and you don't, wait for my videos. And I don't blame you whatsoever. Victorian trembler brooch. This is from around 1870. These are all diamonds, and this is a Victorian trembler brooch. Absolutely beautiful trembler, spring-loaded, silver-topped gold. Silver-topped gold. So you've got silver on top of high carat gold and 14 karat gold. The clasp has been replaced. But what's wonderful about such Victorian pins is the carat weight of diamonds is extreme. Please look for early cut diamonds, and please look for mine cut diamonds, rose cut diamonds, and make sure that you're not buying a replica of such pieces. Look at the way that each leaf is bent and formed to look like a leaf, and then all those diamonds are so carefully bead set. They are all open back, which means this is not Georgian. A lot of people will say that these are Georgian. I will show you a Georgian version, which would place it pre-1840. But this one is Victorian and absolutely gorgeous, silver-topped gold. And look at the little trembler center. Absolutely fantastic brooch. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Let's get into some of the buttons. And you know it's going to be a hell of a show when I bring out one of my showstoppers. Let me get that out of the light box. I have no idea what it was. Let me get that out of the light box. But you know it's going to be a serious sort when I bring out Starship Enterprise. The only reason why I had my big thing out is because I am doing a presentation. Once again, I'm doing a presentation for a gem group here, and within the next 2 weeks. That is 2 weeks, and I have such a busy schedule. You came for buttons, so let's get the button party started. As I had covered just a few moments ago, I would appreciate anyone out there that does crafting, please consult a professional as you craft with antique and vintage buttons. There's a reason why. You could be ruining $200, $300, $400, $500 clothing buttons. For all of you who doubted the title and said, I'm not so sure that this collection is worth $27,800, well, it is. Here is the letter that was written by Kent Mills to Miss Inz Windrove. And I've talked with you about Inz Windrove before. I did buy the entire collection. Okay, so I own every one of Inz Windrove's buttons, and she was a direct descendant of, I believe it was General, I'm going to blank out here. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to say the wrong thing. I want to say, oh boy, here I go. I don't, it's not going to happen. I'm not even going to go there. December 11th, 1992 is when this letter was written, and it so reads: Dear Inez, I've been involved in the antique and collectible business for 17 years. I've personally inspected and photographed the button collection of Inz Windrove. I find it to be the finest button collection that I've ever appraised. I place an appraised value of $27,375. Now, you might say, well, that's not $27,800 like your title says. I paid cash for additional buttons that were not in this appraisal. And remember, this is from 1992 to the collection. These are of the finest museum quality buttons dating from the 1850s and before. I have a copy of this appraisal and photographs of the button collection in my office for further inspection by all interested parties. Yes, she independently insured her collection. Everyone that's here, she had it fully insured for $27,375. Kent Mills signed the letter, and it is on file, and this gentleman knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. And she was from Piedmont, Ohio. I found out about the collection through a third party. When you ask about desirability of buttons, please remember that that was in 1992. Are you listening? 1992. All right. These buttons were then reappraised July 13th, 2010 for an estimated value of $10,818. Did you see what happened? It went from $27,375 to $10,818. Okay, so do you understand? I think so. Desirability had fallen, the market had changed, and it continues to change 16 years later. My mother and I believe my mom's in the chat and she can back me up with this. I did the national button shows throughout the United States. I did them regional here. I tried to stay within Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana. I did them within the tri-state area, but they were the national button shows, and they would bring in button collectors from all over the United States, and we met some of the most fantastic, intelligent, and wealthy women throughout the United States. Socialites and women with prominent collections that had been passed down in the family. So it reappraised in 2010 for $10,818. You might wonder what I paid for it. I've talked about that before. I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but we're going to look at desirable buttons. Please engage me with questions as we go. I will watch the chat, but I will not chit-chat. I just don't have the time to chit-chat tonight. I've got to stay very focused. Again, the Starship Enterprise is on the left hand, and on my mixed metal Tiger is on my right hand. Absolutely magnificent. You know, I don't wear mixed metals because I can't stand it. Cannot stand it, can't do it. This is my only exception. Natural gold nuggets, sterling silver, fire agate, ruby, yellow sapphire, blue sapphire. Absolutely amazing. Artisan signed, had to have it. Made one exception for my collection. Let's get into the button collection. You will not believe some of these other buttons that we're going to be looking at. Everything from Victorian all the way through the 1950s and 1960s. One thing that I wanted you all to remember too, let's see here. I don't know. And this is absolutely awesome. This is incredible. Absolutely awesome. And does someone want to chit chat? Like, do you want me to stop the show and we can just talk all night? Because I could do that. I could do that if you guys want me just to talk you to death. I could do that. We could just not show buttons and I could answer questions the whole night long. You just let me know whatever you'd like to do. And I'm all for it. I'll tell you what. My 3 videos that are pre-recorded are absolutely going to be stunners. They are absolutely going to be absolutely stunners. They're going to be just incredible. They're going to be the 2 videos that I recorded back to back today are just, it's mind-bending. Some of them are just amazing. Okay, so we've got this Victorian button. This is a very, very, very unusual button. This is Victorian. This is all original. That is the original shank system. A lot of times people will say that these are cloak buttons. In fact, this is a cloak button. It would be a single button on a Victorian cloak. That was its job. Look at that gigantic dimensional spider and look at that almost handkerchief fold border. We'll show you a handkerchief fold border. It's something that collectors lust after. This is almost a handkerchief border, not quite, but I will show you one when we get there. There are subdivisions amongst buttons. I will tell you now, I never competed with the national buttons because it became a job, and it was all politics. It was all about your last name. It was all about the glitz and all about the glamour of who you were, not necessarily about the buttons that you were competing with. And it was like who you knew, like what judges liked you and what judges didn't, much like horse shows. Much like dog shows. It took the fun out of my hobby. I never competed. It sucked the fun right out of it. And I had talked about before, like someone took a little bit of offense to something I said about Christmas collectors. I didn't slander Christmas collectors. I was giving insight amongst specific bodies of collectors that sometimes take things far too serious. They take things far too to heart. I'm a very emotional collector, so I don't need to talk about the emotion of collecting, But what I will say is when it became not fun, I was not interested. When it became a job or a competition, I just wasn't interested. A button like this at a national show, I'm going to give you some price ranges. This button dates from around 1880, maybe 1890. All brass construction and a glass cabochon stone. I would say if they had a national competition for spiders, meaning a tray of spiders. You'd have to have a bakelite spider, a studio spider, a this spider, a that spider. They'd have to have like all different spiders, different materials, different time periods, blah, blah, blah. Rules, rules, rules. I wasn't for it. I didn't like the rules. I always broke the rules. You can only have 32 buttons on this card. What if I have 38 amazing spiders? You know what I'm saying? So, with this being as large as it is and as unusual as it is, the price range on something like this would be between $200 and $600. Now, I know that's a big swing. You don't need to tell me. I understand numbers enough to know that it's a very large swing in value, but it's be between $200 and $600. Now, if you found this for $150, this should be scarfed up within seconds. You should just be buying this within seconds. If it's towards the $600, $700, $800 mark, that would be a very retail price. The size, the scale, the age, the desirability. Could you imagine an artist saying, I want to turn this into a brooch, and clipping that shank off? You've just completely ruined the history of a gorgeous button that an advanced collector would do anything for. That's just where we're starting tonight. That's just where we're beginning. This one is Liverpool transfer, very early porcelain transfer, not hand painted, en grisaille. That is called en grisaille, meaning black, gray, and white. En grisaille, or monochromatic, if you will. It is a Paris back button, meaning it has the Paris back mark. And there's your maker, HR. Oh, I forgot the last initial on this one. Look at the oxidation. Do you notice the thickness of the shank? Please do some research on the shank system of the buttons. This is a loop shank, beautifully constructed. And look how that collar of brass is then applied and collet or bezel set from behind. Such buttons like this years ago were going around they were going around 285, 295. Now they've dropped down to 125, 165. There has been a slight downward spiral in the button collecting world. And I still shouldn't be watching the chat because I get so distracted. Okay, Egyptian revival, 1900 to 1930 on this one. And look what happens when you flip the button. Did you notice what happens? Did you see the magic of the back? So this was also a button that was known as the wasp or bee button. See what I'm saying? There's a bee from behind embossed. And then check that out with the Egyptian pharaoh face. or the queen face, Egyptian revival. Tutmania was crazy 1920, 1930 when Carter, broke into the tomb. And let's face it, it was definitely a break-in. Wonderful construction in this button. It is two-part, meaning this front escutcheon is soldered to the back panel, very carefully constructed, wonderful green oxidation across the surface. Now, let me say something, and let me tell all of you a big secret here. If you were to clean this button, quote, clean the button, you get this button and you go, oh, look how dirty it is. There's verdigris all over it. I'm going to put ketchup and vinegar and baking soda, and I'm going to scrub this. You've just completely ruined a $100 button. I would say on the retail level, because of its unusual size and its unusual quality, around $95 to $125. So again, if you go to the thrift store and you buy a jar of buttons and you find this one, boy, oh boy, you could have a payday. These are out there. These are absolutely out there. You can find these at a button show. If there was a competition for Egyptian style buttons, this one, you might be able to get $200 from this. You might be able to get $225 for it. Absolutely amazing. Really, truly fantastic. I think this is called Yum Yum, and I don't know why she's called Yum Yum. There are some buttons that over the course of my collection, I've corrected two historical buttons, and now the National Collector Society has kind of credited me with, loosely, re-identifying buttons that were misidentified. One is a Native American button, and I'll get to that in a whole nother thing. I'm not here to talk about how I've corrected people for 30 years, but I gently correct people, and I love to be corrected as well. That's the way we learn. This is called Yum Yum, I believe, and I think she is magnificent. She's the large version. I think they made this in 3 sizes. I will show you some mother-daughter buttons tonight, meaning the large and the small of such buttons. It takes a long time to find these. Look at the dimension and how that parasol frames her face. Very strong profile and the detail of her hands and the tension in her knuckles. This is considered a Victorian picture button. Please do some research on Victorian picture buttons, and I think so, Michelle. But I didn't get into the operas as much because I don't know them. So I think you could be right, Michelle. And I will tell you guys a little secret. Michelle Guida just completely flipped my wig. She blew me out of my seat over here. Michelle Guida sent me some pictures. You should see her collection of antique buttons. Oh my good God. I had no idea we had a fellow button collector amongst us. And when I say advanced collector, girl, you are an advanced collector. I mean, she has some enamels that really put me to shame. I was like, I need to go back to collecting. If it's a competition, I need to collect a lot harder with Michelle around. Michelle, amazing. Thank you for sharing. And I so know that you're going to love this. And can I dedicate this live to Michelle Guida? I'm going to do it. I'm going to dedicate this live. I've never dedicated a live feed before. I'm going to dedicate this to Michelle Guida. I'm going to dedicate this live to my friend who has stood by me, rock solid, who didn't listen to the static and the negativity and the bullshit. Michelle Guida, you are epic. You are beautiful. I love you. I love your family. I love your grandbaby. And I think you're a very special person. So a huge shout out to Michelle Guida tonight. And this is in honor of you, my sweet friend. So thank you all so much for saying that to Michelle, because she really is that special. She really, truly is. And she's so kind. My mom got an opportunity to talk to Michelle on the phone. And if my mom had an opportunity to talk to the 37,000 people I'm in front of right now, she absolutely would, but I'll be bringing her onto a live feed eventually, and she will say hello to all of you that come to that live. So there you go. I really love this. This is considered a gay 90s. This is considered a gay 90s. It is Victorian. It's from 1890. This is not amethyst. It is a glass jewel. And do you see how the facets are soft? The facets are molded, even though they look like they're cut. Those are not cut. Those are molded facets. That is amethyst glass. But look at the little florals that are enamel. Look at the sensitivity to that beautiful beautiful four prong that holds that in. And look at the overlap and the detail. Did you all know that buttons could be so beautiful? Could you all in the chat please let me know? Are you surprised by this live? Are you liking what you see? Do you want me just to talk with all of you? Let me know. Are you loving this? Are you absolutely loving this? I don't know. Just let me know in the chat. Flood the chat with some hearts and let me know how you're all feeling. Do you see that this is brass? It is repoussé, die-pressed repoussé, meaning a machine-pressed repoussé, hand-constructed. This is a zinc tin back. So the brass front, zinc tin back, and then inset with this gorgeous amethyst stone. Very large. Gay 90s buttons, let me give you a range on a very easy level, 65, 75, 85. On a more advanced level, this size, 125, 165, 250. Did you hear the escalation? So good, 65, 75, better, 95, 125, best, 165, 185, 225. It will elevate very, very quickly. But again, think about going to the thrift store or the Goodwill or antique shop or a storage unit auction, wherever you go. Over the 30 years that I've done this, can you imagine finding 4 or 5 of these in a container? Really fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. And these are historical. These are important. These are gorgeous. Any lover of cut steel out there will understand. Let me get my little pointer. I'll just get my tweezers out. Look at these cut steel. So each one of these cut steel is hand faceted. And then check out the back of this. Look at that. These are riveted through the back. So an artisan had to cast this. So let's understand the construction of these and the artistry that goes into this. Now, this is very complex. And you'd say, I don't care. It's just a button. No, it's artistry. It's wearable art. This is jewelry for clothing. The shank is handmade and soldered down. This is die formed and die pressed in one piece. So that's machine stamped. That's the second piece. Each little cut steel is hand faceted. A hole is then drilled by hand, and each one is riveted or hammered through that metal. Who out there would like to do this? Who out there feels that they could make a button this size and rivet the steel on there? Who thinks that they could do that in the chat? Put that you can and that you would. Because, by the way, I have and I will. I did make buttons for a long time, and I have lots of national collections. Look at the hand rocker engraved surface. All this is handwork all the way around. And look at all the open work to let the fabric do the talking. This would have been a set of at least 14. There would have been at least 14 buttons. Would you like to do this 14 times? Anyone that said, I would do it, put their hand up. I would do it. Would you like to do it 14 times? Maybe 12 times. But look at the way that that's constructed. 1860, 1870 on this specific button. If an identifiable plant or leaf, this could be on a competition card as well. I would say for a button of that size and this quality without rust, 2535. 2535. Hi, Susie. Welcome in, sweetheart. Let's greet everybody. Pistachio, Susie, Sammy, Cowbell, Leah, Mari, Susan, Lori J, Lisa Ross, Miss Clayton, Ramel, Alma, Wayne, Lee, Lori J, Jan. I don't know. Someone above that. I don't know your name. I'm so sorry. I can't see it. Lori J, Brian, Tishy, Trishy, Pistachio. Oh, thank you all so much. Bella, Corina, it looks like Jenna, Madame Tequila, Queen Elizabeth, Jenna Pierre, John's daughter, Pistachio again. Thank you so much, everyone. So appreciate you for being here. Look at us go. All right, sapphire glass. And why did I do that again? I always do it. Sapphire glass and beautiful, 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 absolutely stunning. And this is a four sew on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are four shank systems on here. I have 3 of these in my collection, and this came from Inz Windrove's collection. Absolutely one of the most epic collections I've ever dealt with, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg. When I tell you that Inz Windrove has over in the collection, there was over I would say there was, with all the small ones that are not on cards, there's well over 50,000 buttons in Inz Windrove's collection. I bought a collection that was 200,000 buttons, approximately 200,000 buttons. I've bought some very complex collections. But Inz Windrove's was 27,300 or $27,375 appraised for. Mom, I think that's right. I think it could be Robert E. Lee. I think it's right, Mom. Did you look it up? Inz Windrove? Was it Robert E. Lee? I thought it was, no, it was General Custer. Mom, could you look up real quick, because you would know? Could you look up real quick? I think Inz Windrove was related to, and what did I just say? Oh boy. Oh boy, I just forgot. I just said it and now I forgot it. What did I say, guys? It's here and gone. It's here and gone. Not Robert E. Lee. No, absolutely not. Custer? I think General Custer. Mom, can you look that up? I think it was General George Custer. Was he Ohio for a while? General George Custer? I think that's her direct lineage. Inz Windrove was related to Custer. And I do have military buttons in the collection, and people think that it's Custer. That I have Custer's buttons. Anyways, I don't know, but they're in her collection and they're military and they're the right age. And anyways, I believe she had direct lineage, and y'all could look that up. I don't know. I didn't care. I wasn't concerned with who she was or what was what. I don't know. What's wonderful about this one, it's bakelite and figural bakelite buttons revered by collectors. Can you imagine the whimsy of this and how this would elevate an outfit? Really magnificent in terms of its skill that it would take to carve this and make this so dynamic and so wonderful. Absolutely fabulous button, cranberry bakelite, and just amazing. This is a junk button. This did not come from her. I have military buttons on my uniforms. I still have. Great. And this is a junk button produced by Junk. That was the name of whatever. I forget the company. You know, here I go drawing a blank. This was not one of hers, but this wound up in the photograph of my thumbnail. And I thought, someone's going to ask about that button. Look how whimsical. 1980, 1990. All right, check this one out. So we have lacy glass. This is lacy glass, and this is made to look like cut steel. Do you see how that's made to look like cut steel? Let me show you them side by side. Learning moment for anyone that doesn't understand the simulation of glass and how it looks like cut steel. Do you see how that looks like cut steel? And then someone says, well, that looks like marcasite. Well, no, it looks like cut steel. Something does the Fashion Institute? No clue. No idea. I have no idea. This is beautiful. It's imitation fabric. So what these are considered is Victorian, 1860, 1870, 1880. You have the lacquered steel back, and then you have the shank system there. And then look at the way that looks like fabric. It looks like silk. It looks like silk. And then do you see how these little cut steel, it appears to be cut steel? No, that's all molded glass. Victorian. And then did you see the twinkle border? This is considered a twinkle border. There's that perforate border, so perforations through the brass, and then that high polished steel from behind. Can you imagine how stunning this would have been on a Victorian outfit? There would have been at least 6 or 8 of this button on that outfit. Victorian, amazing. They would have had different sizes of this button as well. Can you imagine the amount of time it would take to the time that it would take to construct this? You got the glass medallion. You got to polish the back panel. You got to perforate and do that. Really amazing. I would say not what you just said, but I would say thorny buckeye. This is a buckeye leaf. Very advanced collectors will identify these leaves for like thorny chestnut, buckeye leaf, yada yada, blah de blah. You know, this one, composition spider. Composition is a whole nother subset of buttons. This one is exceptional. Jason is my dad. Oh, someone came in with Jason is my dad. Hello, everyone. Jason is my dad. Well, what do you know? Oh, thank you for the laugh. Thank you so much. This is very hard to find. Composition buttons of this age are normally black, brown, or gray, and this is a magnificent red. And look how that is just so beautiful. Absolutely wonderful, molded, beautiful, very cool. And what I loved about this is I love that this is all ground up mica. Something, I don't know what that says. All I know is I'm lucky to have come across your channel. So much lame content out there. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Sammy, thank you for being here and thank you for saying that. And I just really appreciate you. I really do. This is a pseudo paperweight. So almost kaleidoscope. You have the metal. I'm just telling you terms so you know. Metal back panel like a kaleidoscope. And then you have the pseudo paperweight, meaning that looks like a paperweight button. It is not. It is a pseudo paperweight. A whole nother collecting field all its own. And a little jewel. Let's see here. I was lucky enough to see Jason's buttons live. He was awesome. And oh my God, that collection up close and personal. That's my local gal, Ellie. She did see part of my button collection in real life. Can you all welcome Ellie in? Ellie, thank you so much. Why don't you let them know, like, I know you don't type a lot in the chat, but let them know, like, what were maybe some of your favorites that you saw that I brought to the show? I do a lot of local presentations, and Ellie came to one with my buttons, and she went absolutely crazy. I was lucky enough to see Jason's buttons live. He was awesome. And oh my God, that collection up close and personal. Thank you so much, Ellie, for the local street cred. Thank you. Thank you. The hand on this one was magnificent. And look how small. This is Victorian. Value on these $5 to $6 each. Not much. Dyed steel in the background, zinc tin on the hand, totally pierce worked. And then look at the border that it has, that beautiful border. Victorian, 1890, maybe 1880. Bakelite, these are all the ones out of my thumbnail. A bakelite button, really incredible. This was not Inz Windrove's. This was also not of her collection. And absolutely beautiful bakelite button, late 1950s on that specific one. Beautiful glass cabochon in brass, Victorian, really magnificent button. That was in Inez Windrove's. And let me show you my little lace tray. So this was out on my desk, and this is going to be for sale. I have a collection of the lace trays that are really powerful, that are very, very powerful and very wonderful. Glass back, glass top, wonderful border, and look at that net lace. Absolutely exceptional. And that's petit point embroidery. Petit point or petite point, however you want to say it. I say petit point. Look at the way that this gold ormolu frame is on this gorgeous dresser tray. Most of the time, these are used for perfumes. What happens, you already know. You put the perfume down, it falls over, the perfume leaks in here and stains the whole lace, and you have a mess on your hands. This is absolutely stunning. Wonderful. All 4 feet applied are there. Really magnificent. And this on black, I got to tell you something. This on black is a showstopper. Now, I used to bring these into all of the button shows. Look at that on black. Look at that bad boy. That is just amazing. And look at the fineness of that French net lace. Ooh, wee baby. Yes, please, and thank you. All right. Let's go over and take a look at some more buttons. Let me put this out of the way. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Y'all are such a great crowd. And yes, I am tired. I am absolutely exhausted. And I'm going to get something to drink. I am so tired out. I did 3 videos today, and I'm just exhausted. You know, it was so much to set them up and tear it down and do this and do that and run around. Oh, it was just, I had a great time though, and the video's coming. You gotta watch them, and you gotta help me out. You gotta hit the thumbs up. You gotta put hearts in the comments. So anytime you go over to one of my long feeds, the 100 people that are here, help me out. And please scroll down through the comments and hit the heart, hit the heart, hit the heart, hit the heart all the way down the comments, and let YouTube know that I exist. Don't let me be like other channels and buy my fame. I want to earn it. I don't want to steal my fame. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it now. I'm not doing it ever. We'll get into this bag. Would you like to see some of my other favorites? Because this collection just keeps going and going. Another gay 90s. Look at that one. This would be 75 to 85. Look at that incredible jewel, and it looks carved. That is silver plated. So this is brass with silver plating, and absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for making the video. Please get some extra sleep tonight. I don't know if I will. This one is silver plated and magnificent for a gay 90s. Absolutely stunning button. 65, 75, 85, not unheard of. Now, you remember the craze for these. I don't want to talk about crazes because you know how I am with like fads. You know how I am with fads. I don't like them, you know? And then other people that do the fads, they go, why is he coming after the fads all the time? Because I don't like them. I don't like fads. There's no staying power in that. Someone said something about something. Okay, see, there we go. Designs Laura just backed me up. Inz Windrove is related to General George Custer. Source, Worth Point. Thank you. Duly noted. Thank you so much. I thought it was General George Custer that this lady was related to. So thank you very much for backing that up. I so appreciate it. I knew that it wasn't Robert E. Lee, but I didn't remember who it was. All right, more cut steel. Why? Because I want to. This one is, let me make sure I'm telling you correctly. Okay, here we go. Here is faux cut steel, meaning faux, fake cut steel. And here is real cut steel. Do you see the difference? Can I show you the difference side by side? Great learning moment for anyone entering the button world. And there's a big price difference. Can you all tell me why? Can you all tell me why is there a difference? Do you see? It's pretty obvious. I'm going to take another drink of my pop over here. Thank you. Alma's watching. The rivet system. This is genuine cut steel. Every cut steel is hand faceted, passed through the brass, and then riveted through. Now, there is a little discrepancy amongst collectors, and I don't know how I feel about this. My verdict is still out. If the cut steel is on steel, they said it's earlier than the cut steel on brass. Did you hear what I just said? Cut steel on steel is earlier than cut steel on brass. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I disagree. I almost want to agree. Okay. This one is faux cut steel. Look, there is two rivets holding here and here. Look, that is all pressed. This is pressed cut steel. See how it's pressed? And then this is not riveted through. See, I pulled this up for you. Look at the brass on the back of this. That is not, this is faux cut steel, and this is genuine cut steel. Price difference, this one, $10, $12. This one, $25, $30. There's a price difference between faux and real cut steel. Both are Victorian. Let's be clear on that one. On these two buttons, both are Victorian. Finn, cool. Thank you for saying you're as cute as a button. I feel like a bitch tonight. I'm just tired and I'm hot, and I don't want to complain, but my feet hurt. And I'm standing. I need to get a seat. Hi, Joshy boy. Thank you so much for coming in. Look at the cut steel on these. And you remember the craze about these years ago? Does anyone remember the craze? Can you guys put in the chat like what the craze was? Can you put in the chat what the craze was? Lori J, I don't know if I have a great eye. I have the eye of an artist. And I just look at things different. But thank you for saying that. I just feel like my view is just different. Yeah, they're shoe clips, but do you remember what the craze was years ago, what they were doing with these? Do you remember? It was just a few years ago. Yeah, these are, well, yeah, they're shoe clips. But do you remember the craze? The craze was they were turning these into bracelets. They were putting them on velvet ribbon, and these were selling for like $300 a piece. I'm not kidding you. There was this craze, and I got in on it because I was like, hey, if they're going to do it, I'm doing it. Yeah, they're shoe buckles. But the craze was turning these into bracelets and putting them on velvet. It's a great idea because, thank you, Michelle, for saying, oh, yes, Michelle knows. Michelle's the veteran here who knows. And they were turning these into like bracelets. Great idea. You know, great idea to make something that's not worn anymore wearable. Absolutely amazing. Very cool. But 300, 400, $500 as an upcycle? Please give me a break. That only lasted a moment. You guys know that I've talked about fads and how much I can't stand them. I can't stand the fads. Do you guys remember uranium glass? I called that one out from outer space. I called uranium glass out. Everyone running around with their assholes on fire, black light and everything. Holy hell, I got a black light this. Holy hell, I got a black light that. Put your black lights away. Girls, come on. It's only going to last 6 months. And look what happened. It lasted 6 months and it's over. I mean, people are still doing it, but they know it's supply and demand. The supply is still there. The demand dwindling is all I can say. Put your black lights away. Dang. Just on these alone, the amount of cut steel that's in these, really remarkable in terms of craft. And these do slide off. This mechanism does slide off. So everyone that ruined these back in the day, let me see how to get this one off of here. Everyone ruined these back in the day, shouldn't have. But this lifts up and this slides off. So this goes on the shoe, but you can take this off. These are usually made in France, usually marked Déposé, made in France. And then this was the fabric that was just put in there. But look at all the rivets, guys. Do you know how long that would take someone to cut all those rivets and to cut all those steel? And look, every single one of them is there. And these rust like crazy. They rust like crazy. I think they were featured. I think they featured the bracelets on the Real Housewives series. Are you serious? See, I would believe that. See, I think you're kidding, but I think I would believe it. Because didn't everyone want to be one of those Real Housewives? Why bother? I mean, did you see their noses? Oh God, I'm going to get hate mail. Don't care. All right, are you ready for one? Let's get into this. Oh, Shazbot. Oh, what? I got to load the box so you don't leave. Everyone's leaving. They're tired of me. I'm tired of me too. Please don't leave me. Please don't go anywhere. Do you guys want to see? What do you want to see more of? Do you want to see horn and composition, Victorian? Do you want to see bakelite? Do you want to see a Shirley Shaw or a Stella Ranzinski? Do you want to see carved mother of pearl, ocean pearl? I have a whole tray of things out here. What do you want to see the most of? Do you want to see glass? Do you want to see brass? Do you want to see picture buttons? Do you want to see deluxe pearl with cut steel that's worth a fortune? Do you want to see a rare ladybug escutcheon on wood, Victorian? What just happened? What do you want to see? Do you want to see one of my favorite pressed horn buttons? Nobody has that one. No, they don't. Look how big it is for pressed horn. Oh, do you want to talk about the mother of pearl with the stars? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Zia pottery? No one likes to talk about Zia pottery because they don't have them. I do. Oh, do you want to talk about continental copper and continental brass? Extremely unusual and historically important buttons. Absolutely worn at the knees of a gentleman's knickers. Wartime. Fantastic rocker engraving, and to find a matched pair with their seemingly original surface, what just happened? Those could be easily 300, 400, 500 a piece. Depends on where you sell them. Depends on what you do with them. I will find the right collector for those, I can promise you that much. Oh, do you want to talk about the fabric buttons? Crochet. Irish crochet and beautiful buttons. Some of the fabric buttons are incredible. Look at this one. Oh, is that a Jenny Lind? See, they start throwing names around and they go, that's a Jenny Lind. And I go, okay, keep your pants on. The doll collectors, whoo, boy. The one doll collector I had here local, she ruined me. I mean, she just ruined me. Everything was a fight. Everything was a lecture series. Everything was a correction. It was like she sucked the fun out of collecting. She absolutely sucked the fun out of it. She really did. What a Debbie Downer. No one wants to be around that. I love this one. Is that Apollo or Mercury? Let's fight over that button. Put in the chat, is it Apollo or Mercury? I want people to fight in the chat tonight. Come on, let's fight with each other. Let's fight with each other. Let's ruin another hobby. Let's do it. Let's ruin another hobby. Let's fight with each other. That's Apollo. That's Mercury. Pa, pa. They go crazy. They go absolutely ballistic. But yeah, this one doll collector, I mean, what a royal bitch she was. But dear God, just keep your pants on. Why ruin a hobby? And she had to race around like her asshole was on fire. That's Jenny Lind! And she would like yell at people. Who wants to be screamed at? Nobody, But she'd, there's Jenny Lind! It's a Jenny Lind. I'm like, wow, you don't have to crow at people, you know? Geez, keep your pants on. It's opalescent glass, and look at the border. Absolutely amazing. See, Injustice for Julian, maybe it's Icarus. Let's fight over it. I want a full-on fight in the chat. There is no difference between Mercury and what's his face because it was two, Roman and Greek, right? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, there's what? I mean, they named it separate things. Aphrodite and Venus, right? It's Aphrodite. It's Venus. It's like, oh God, just stop already. And then the cameo collectors. Holy hell, the cameo collectors. Dear baby Jesus, how to ruin things. I love the mythology of things, but whew, boy, I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of shit in my life, and that's just one of them. Native American and Mexican buttons. I think I just showed you Native American with the little paper, the little cute little. Did you not see this one, Native American? But I have silver ones. Would you like to see them? Would you like to see them? Different mythology. Yeah. Oh, well, not always the same. And then I get a history lesson. I don't need a history lesson. Not at 52. No, but it's just, oh, the bitch fits. Oh, the bitch fits. Unbelievable. Unbelievable bitch fits. I haven't seen some shit that just, it's just unbelievable. This is Zia pottery. So if people don't like, Zia pottery, I don't know what to say. I just spit my drink out. Yeah, but I don't understand. This is Zia pottery, 1930 or before, hand painted, 300, 400, 500. I'll say it again, 200, 300, 400, 500, depending on the construction. Very rare button, extremely rare button. What's the oldest button you have? 1690. 1690. That's my oldest. I don't know. I have older. Can I show you one of my favorite buttons? And then this is fossilized ivory, so I don't want to hear anything about animal rights because you're preaching to the choir about animal rights. This is one of my favorite little buttons. This is fossilized ivory, and it is Alaskan. And this is revered by collectors. This is one of the most amazing little buttons. I love everything about this tiny little button. I was offered $700 for it from a collector, and I told her to get out of my face. That is baleen. So that is inlaid baleen. We could get into baleen all night long. I would prefer not to. This was revered. Conically drilled. I'll back that up. Not conically drilled. I'll back that up. I'll say not conically drilled. And look at the oxidation across the surface of this adorable, adorable little button. I love this little face. Every day I have a bad day, I come home and I look at some of these pieces because people say, well, what do you do with antique buttons? What do you do with antique buttons? I stare at them and I revere them. They're miniature works of art. And could you imagine the person that made this tiny little baby? Baleen inset and scrimshaw, the nostrils and the mouth. Absolutely revered, and look at the condition of this fine fella or little girl. Really beautifully, beautifully constructed. That's one of my favorites. Thank you for letting me show that. That's one of my favorites. And when I was offered the money, I said, could you imagine me selling that for that? It would just ruin my whole vibe. When I have a bad day and humans test me and I want to punch someone, I come home and I go, that little face just totally saved me. That little face totally makes me happy. Thank you for letting me share that one. That's not for my Inz Windroves. And then one of my more unusual buttons. Is someone snow plowing in my backyard? Did you guys hear that big ruckus outside? I think someone's snow plowing in my backyard. This one's worth a fortune. I don't remember the value of this one, but this is sterling silver, and it's a manatee button. This one's sterling silver. And this is how we wire them on. We used plastic covered telephone cords or pipe cleaners. So if you wonder why button collectors go crazy for some of the most simplest of supplies, we use a punch to punch the card, and then we use the cord, this plastic covered cord, to do that. Little manatees, solid sterling silver button. And I would say on this one, I think I was offered $125. Oh, this was a Button Society one from 2000 and something. Sterling silver, 2005. It was from like a button collector guild. Look at the little manatees floating around. A little mommy and a little baby manatee. What? And I said to myself, I'm not selling it. I said to myself, no, I'm going to frame this little baby. I'm going to stick this on a card. So please remember, there are gold buttons, there are diamond buttons, there are gemstone buttons, there are banded agate buttons, there are bloodstone buttons, there are paste buttons, rhinestone, glass, very, very, very expensive buttons. Someone asked me what's the most expensive button I ever bought. I'd prefer not to say, but I will say this much. I have several buttons that I've paid in excess of $1,000 for. And I mean several, I mean like more than I can count. But I have several buttons that I've paid over $1,000 for per button. And the shows have just been magnificent. Was Tess here? Tess did a show with me one time. Hey, Tess Hustack, tell them about when you met me at the button show. Remember when my mom was there? Do you remember the button show when my mom was there and I set up at that button show? Do you remember that? Or am I imagining things again? Tess, do you remember the button show in Worcester? Tess, Tess, do you remember I put the woo in Worcester? Hey, Tess, do you remember? Yeah, you do remember? I put the woo in Worcester. So, look at some of these escutcheon buttons. Now, this didn't come from Inz Windrove, but these are ocean pearl. Repeat, request, morning buttons. Oh, sure. At some point, yeah, I got hundreds of them. No morning buttons. Morning buttons. I don't know why we're on morning buttons. These are escutcheon mother of pearl. That's the first time I met Mama Marge. Wasn't that the first time you met her? Hey, Mom, do you remember when you saw Tess out in the, when we did that show? I did put the crack in Akron. I did put the crack in Akron. I did, Lori J. You're exactly right. Absolutely. I think that's why some people don't come to my channels, because they can't handle it. I'm glad you talked me into keeping my bakelite button necklace, because I'll never be able to find those buttons again. Pamela, I told you. See, I love to say, I told you so. I told you so. I collect Victorian morning stuff. Okay, well, that's great. I have some, I don't know where they are, but we'll get to them. I mean, we're absolutely going to get to them. I think you might be new here, though, because I don't do what I'm told. Those are stunning. She called me Trish. She did call Tess Trish, so Tess called my mom Marge, which, by the way, is my mom's mother's name. Oh, I don't know. Hi, I used to live there. Like book Worcester? Huh? Crack in Akron. Yeah, Kathy, it's true. I put the crack in Akron. I don't know. I have such a weird sense of humor. These are mother of pearl. Look at the ladybug. Here, I'll just tour them up close. For anyone that loves buttons, you all know these are all right around Victorian, except for this one that's more 40s, 50s. Who wouldn't want a tinted mother of pearl strawberry? Self-shank sew-through. Look at that for mother of pearl or ocean pearl. Absolutely mother of pearl. And then look at these babies. These are all Victorian. Did you like taking a little tour of those? Is that okay? Is that okay? You love the strawberry. See? Yeah, I know. You're like, morning buttons, morning buttons, morning buttons, morning buttons. Now you're like, oh, I love the strawberry. These are photographic Victorian buttons. They're tiny little tin types. I don't think there's any ambrotypes on here, but these are tin types, and look at these Victorian buttons. And then someone's going to come in and go, I told you that's Jenny Lind, and they scream it in your face. I don't think it's Jenny Lind, but it could be. You might be right, Victoriana. This is, what's his face? It's got a name on there. And then this is, I think he's a Russian czar. I think. Is that Wilhelm? I don't know. But it's like, it's like, Jenny Lind! That's Jenny Lind! It's like, wow, it doesn't have to be Jenny Lind. Those are Victorian. Do you like these? I don't know if anyone likes these. Do you like them? Do you want to see more of those? Let's get back to Inz Windrove. I'm so distracted. No more distractions. No more distractions, unless I do this for Michelle Guida. I said this was for Michelle, so Pamela Tomlinson, eat your heart out. This is for Michelle Guida. Michelle, did you just faint? Oh my good God. Yeah, all bakelite stars. Cream corn bakelite. And I have like 2 bags full of them. Yeah, I bought out the seamstress. Downtown Cleveland. Downtown Cleveland, she was a seamstress. And she was just fabulous. And I lost my chat. I can't see anything in the chat. Is anyone saying anything? I can't see anything in the chat. Wow, this is so weird. I can't see anything in my chat. Wow, is anyone here with us? Oh, those are so awesome. Tin types. Yeah, tin types, right. New to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Okay. All right. So, let's take a look at more expensive buttons. Oh, you should see this whole card. See, I shouldn't be showing you these because these are not Inz Windroves. So, please understand I'm like a squirrel. And I'm going to do what I want. These are not Inz Windroves. Let me zoom out. But do you see how people compete? This isn't a competition card, but do you see how people compete? They go bonkerville. See what I'm saying? And when I did the pseudo paperweights, I wanted one of everything. So these are all... Oh, hell no, I don't like sewing. Now, I took fiber arts in school. I didn't have the patience. See, it's Jenny Lind, dang it. I know. It's Jenny Lind! It's Lind, not Lynn. It's Lind. You have to say, Joshy, you have to say Jenny Lind, L-I-N-D. It's Jenny Lind! But you have to scream it in people's face. And you have to say, I told you, it's Jenny Lind, you know? And then they go, well, you know so much more than me. I don't know. Everyone wants to fight about it. And then the first and second and third phase of mourning, oh my God, pull out a violin. Wah, 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 wah. And then, oh my God, the Jenny Lind though. Oh, I can't do it. It's Jenny Lind. And it's like, oh, I don't care. Pseudo paperweights though, meaning these are pseudo paperweights. It's 2 parts of glass cemented together. I still stuck on Joshy's herpy comments. I missed it. It's true. Sewing takes so much time. I just couldn't do the sewing thing. The cobwebs or spider webs. See, I'm going to call it cobwebs, and they're going to go, it's not cobwebs, it's spider webs. You know? Oh my God. Oh, and heaven forbid I identify a flower. I'm not going to do it. I think these are bluebells. No, they're not! Okay, all right. Well, I just got corrected again. These are, you can't see them because they're way off camera. I can't bend the card. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. But these are pseudo paperweights. They're 2-part glass buttons, 1940s. If you love pseudo paperweights, I have like 7 cards of them. I do. I have like 7 cards of them. All right, we're not here for pseudo paperweights. We're here for Victorian. So let's stay focused on time periods. And someone asked for mourning buttons. Well, I showed you some tin types, so I hope I held you over. Is every glass button mourning? No. Is every black glass button mourning? No, it's not. Let me show you all. These are for Michelle Guida. Michelle Guida. Paging Michelle Guida. Michelle Guida has a whole card of these. She put me to shame. These are worth a ton of money, guys. Like, these are crazy. I've always considered these Battersea or Swiss enamel. I don't know what the hell they're calling it now, but I call it either Battersea or Swiss enamel. These are for Michelle Guida. Yeah. FOP. F-O-P. FOP, FOP. Look at this one. What? The mother-daughter? What? Look at it. Look at the little gold pallions in the glass enamel. Very, very early, very complete. And look at her glass enamel. Michelle Guida, do you want me to go pull out the fops? Fop, fop. I want to tell Michelle Guida, go fop yourself. Michelle Guida, go fop yourself. She's gonna be laughing. Watch what happens. Watch. These are very early. These are very, very early. Anyways, okay, and then it says something about something, 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 something. Yeah, that's not the right information. I want to tell her, go fop yourself. I'm terrible, but Michelle gets my humor. She is the last of the Mohicans. Michelle, you're the last person that thinks I'm remotely funny, besides Pistachio and Joshy Boy. Well, and justice for Julian now, she's coming in 4th place, thinking that I'm hilarious, because I don't have a very good sense of humor. Let's talk about, oh, these are some of my, see, I'm getting distracted. Is it okay to get distracted tonight? Is that okay with all of you? Or do you want to talk about Bethlehem Pearl? Do you want to talk about Victorian? We didn't get in this bag yet. Do I need to go back to values too? I probably need to go back to values. I was offered $250 a piece for these, and I said no. So, oh, Luana, I'm not that funny though. I'm not. I'm a jerk. These are sterling silver, and there's a whole set of them. Can I be honest with you guys and tell you a secret? Can I tell you a secret? Oh, Jan, thank you. I don't really have a sense of humor. I'm just a jerk 24 hours a day. Can I tell you guys a secret? Can you put secret in the chat? Well, yeah, close-ups, sure. Sure. Do you want a secret besides? Look at my ring. I get so distracted. Let's get crazy. Knock the wheels off this cart. All right, let's get crazy then. Let's not do buttons. Let's just get wild in the chat. All right, I lost the. Oh, Lisa Ross thinks I'm funny too. I think she thinks I'm funny. She also thinks I'm a jerk sometimes. Something. Who is pretender? I don't know. The random peep. I don't even know what the hell that is. The random peepinator. Michelle Guida just put it in the chat. She wants to fop. I want to fop. And people are going to be like, what's a fop? Well, guess what? I'm not going to tell you tonight. But fop. Next door? The peep next door? Huh? I don't know. Okay. So sterling silver. Can I tell you the secret? I know this is a big secret. I have let me make sure I tell you right, and I can go get you more if you want to see more. I have 7, 8. I have 9 complete sets of sterling buttons. 9 complete sets of sterling buttons. Hi, E. Wilson. Can I get a sock fop? You could, if you want to be different. You could be a sock fop. I want to tell people to go fop themselves. I'm going to say to my mom, is it okay if I tell people to fop themselves? And she'll say, no, it doesn't sound good. Well, anyways, these are $275. I didn't pay that. They're by Brewis and Company, London, 1891. And then someone's going to come in and go, that's not, see, someone already did the research, and I think they did it right. I didn't care. And see how it says Brewis and Company, London, 1891. And then I'll show the hallmarks and they'll go, that's not Brewis, that's... And they start screaming about it. And I go, it doesn't matter. And then I would call this a bellflower, but then people would be all pissed off at me. It's not a bellflower. So you know what I have to say? It's a flower. It's a beautiful flower. It's sterling silver. And it's a whole set. And did you see it's a whole set with the little push button? Would you guys have bought that for $275? These buttons are huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what does that make each button? Is that $50 a piece or less than 50 a piece? 100, 200, 300. So that's less than 50 a piece. Would you guys have bought those for $275 for the complete set of Art Nouveau original beautiful buttons? And the oxidation is fabulous. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if you would love it or not. I have no idea. But look at the box that it's in. Yes, please, and thank you. I cannot get enough of those sets. Whew, I love them. When I said jewelry for clothing, I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. Nope. People ask me, do I ever wear my buttons? I said, are you nuts? Are you absolutely nuts? En grisaille. So let's talk about these yet again. En grisaille. And I absolutely love these. These are riveted through. These are en grisaille enamel. These are featured in the Millicent Sappho. That's the way I've always said her name, Millicent Sappho. And what's her face? Diane Epstein. Did I get it right this time, guys? Diane Epstein and Millicent Sappho. I think I was offered $250 or $350 a piece for these. And I told the lady, you're out of your friggin' gourd. You are out of your friggin' mind. These are hand-painted. They are Victorian. 1870 on these. Could be 1860. Are they 1890? No. I said they're not. They're not. These are cut steel. Absolutely amazing. En grisaille. These are all hand-painted enamel, fired on copper, and then collet or bezel set. Really fantastic. I would think at a retail show, per button, at a retail show, I would say, boy... to the right collector, $475 to $575. I would say I would say 475 to 575. And would you guys consider those pastoral scenes or genre landscapes? You know, what do we have to call them now? I don't know, but they're so finely hand painted. Look at the hand painted surface and fired on enamel. Let me ask you guys, would you hand paint that on metal and then fire it 30 times? Would you do that? I don't know. Would you do that? Is that not a thing? Is it a thing? I don't know. Is it a thing? I don't know. Bucolic? I suppose if we wanted to throw around terms, sure, absolutely. Bucolic. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, Michelle Guida. I had to one up you. Michelle had to dig deep to one up you. 30 times, oh Lord. Huh? I don't know. And then this is I paid 20 a piece at an estate sale. 20 a piece. Susan, you know when they say one hair paintbrush? Mm-hmm. Girl. And then someone would say, they're decal transferred. See, I just go crazy. They go, it's decal transferred. No, it's not decal transferred. No, I said it wasn't, and I stand by what I say. Can I show you button gauges? Are you interested in the tools of the trade as I just stabbed it through my finger? These are the tools of the trade, and this was Mary Moller's. I bought Mary Moller's collection too. Mary Moller's collection cost me I don't want to say over $5,000. That's all I'll say. Mary Moller's collection was over 5,000. Do you guys remember the video that I did of the buttons in the house? Can anyone in the chat please say that you watched that video of when I went through the house and all the buttons were up on the walls? Can we stay a little focused if that's possible? I'm asking you all to stay focused. Michelle said yes because she's addicted to the videos. So I bought Mary Moller's collection and it was hanging in the house in past Hartville, Ohio. And it was all the buttons in all the frames, and they were up in the house. And I took you through a tour of the history of clothing buttons, and I documented her collection. That is a yes from Michelle, a yes from Designs Laura, a yes from Michelle, a yes from Joshi, a yes from Justice for Julian, a yes from Deborah McCollum, hi sweetheart, a yes from Jan Vaffa, and a yes from Queen Elizabeth. So this is Mary Moller's. Thank you, Susan. It was an outstanding video. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Art Rescuer. And thank you, Pamela Tomlinson, to really all back in. Mary Moller, this was her competition gauge. See, like when you say is a button an extra large? Is it a large? It is a medium? Is it this? Is it that? This one is the Universal National Button Collector Society gauge. These are metal. If you want to start collecting buttons, you definitely need a gauge. This is the I don't know 1951 National Button Society, which I've been a member of since I think 1992. I'll find my original card and I'll show it to you. That measure is gorgeous. This is Mary Moller's very early zinc tin. Very, very cool. And I love this. And then, you know, you would use this to lay out your button card, your tray. They're not called cards, guys. They're called trays. I always get corrected on that too. I get screamed at all the time. They're not cards. They're trays. Well, they're made out of cardstock, so it's a card to me. Anyways, the button trays, you would put your pencil around it, and then you would lay this out in like a starburst and stuff. Now they have stencils you can lay over, and then you draw them all at the same time. This is the button measure, so let me get back to this. So if it's above this, it's an extra large. That's a large, a medium, and a small. Under this is a diminutive. Did you understand what I just said? So this is, over this is an extra large. This is a large. This is a medium. This is a small. Underneath 3/8 of an inch is considered a diminutive button. This one's very early. Mary Moller's, she was a collector in, I believe, the 20s and 30s. I would say this is 20s and 30s. This one is 1956, 57, 58. I have one that's slightly newer than this, and it's like 1970 something. But I think this one says January 1951. And then you have your measurements here. I never knew how to measure. I never knew how to read a ruler. I mean, I knew like 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 5/8. 7/8, and a whole inch. And then in between all that, I go 30 seconds, huh? What? So, no, my brain wouldn't do it. I said, okay, I forgive myself. I gave up after the 1/4 inch. I just did. I said, in school they'd go, oh, and you should see the button books I have. The button bulletins and the button books. How I've learned about buttons over the years. I'm going to show Michelle Guida these because I want to piss her off. These are listed as very good. These came out of this came out of Mary Muller's collection. This came out of Mary Muller's collection. You'll remember this in the house. You'll remember this in the house. And these are landscapes. Let me turn the light down. Hold on. Let me turn the light down in the light box. This is getting all flashed out. Oops, getting all flashed out and really upsetting me. Let me turn the light down. I feel so much better about that. Look at these for enamel. Enamel landscapes. Oh, it's still so bright. These are glass enamel landscapes. They're miniatures. They're not diminutives. They're small. They're not diminutives. And, well, they're mediums, I guess, by the gauge. But look at the landscapes, painted trees, and each one is slightly different. These are all cut steel borders. Very, very early construction. And see how every cut steel is hand done. Can you imagine the amount of labor that it would take to put these buttons together? And people go, I don't understand button collectors. And you know what I say? I don't understand people that don't. And they look at me like, did you just come at me? And I said, if you're going to come after a button collector, I'm going to serve your own ass. That's what I'm going to serve you. I love antique buttons. And this is very unusual to find a whole set of 8. Very unusual, likely a complete set. And each one is slightly different. Completely hand-painted landscapes. I absolutely love these. So much work for just one button. Someone's paying attention, so is Lisa Ross. Absolutely amazing. I really love them. Oh, thank you so much. I can only learn from Jason Adams. I've learned so much in the past years. Justice for Julian, I so appreciate that. After today, I did my 3 videos today, and I kind of thought, why did I do that? Why did I take my day off and make 3 videos? And you want to know why? Do you want to know why I did? Oh, someone's saying something bad in the chat. I don't know. Do you want to know why I did my 3 videos today? You want to know why? You want to know why I did? For all of you. That's why. That's why I did 3 videos today, is because of all of you. If it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't have done it today. You know what I would have done? I would have went to the thrift and made a ton of money, and I would have taken a nap. That's what I would have done, If I didn't love you, I would have slept through the day, minded my own business, and slept through the day. Probably saved some sort of random animal, more than likely. Oh, the buttons I have to show you that are in this. Oh my good God. Ugh. And then y'all know I was featured in the National Button Bulletin. Y'all remember that one, the one book that I showed you? I've been in so many books, who cares? It doesn't quantify a person's life to be in a book or a magazine. But look at these button bulletins. So if you want to learn more about buttons, these are like what do I want to say? I think these were like 80s and 90s, but you can go online and you can probably get like a whole big box full of these for like, $5 or something. These are just great. And it shows the competitions. See, winning tray. It's like, who did you know and who did you blow? But you see what I'm saying? And then you had to have like see why I didn't compete is, see why I didn't, it says Jane Ford Adams, something, winning tray at Nationals, and you had to have a Tony the Tiger and a Daffy Duck in glass and a Mickey Mouse and a Ninja Turtle, a Campbell's Soup Kid. Give me a break. Give me a break. Take the fun right out of the hobby. Suck the fun right out of it. That's great if this is what you want to do. If that's the kind of competition you want. Some of the competitions were very inspiring, though, but I wanted something like this, an Art Nouveau buckle that's fabulous, just really incredible. And then here was like your divisions, like Division 1, Division 2. Look at this and how much fun this wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, look it, you had to have, it's just gross. Division 2, State Militia, National Guard, railroads, and oh God. And then it says, to those who have not won a blue ribbon, and then the medium version, and then you had to have 1 of 10 needs to be this, and oh dear God, and then you have to have 2 part celluloid, 1 part celluloid. Barf, 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 barf. It just was so not fun. But these were wonderful to educate you on materials, forms, functions. Wonderful. I think where's the creativity in those designs? I hope that's like facetious. But no, I never competed. It anyways, it just wasn't my thing. Okay. If you competed, congratulations. I just, barf, 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 not for me. The artery is what did it for me. Let me turn my light back up. Oh, I love the one channel that used to say, he's too much for me. Well, I'm just enough for some. Your loss, bitch. This one, measles. See, that's it, Luana. So they would like measle the cards, the little red dot. So like if you did something, you know what I'm saying? If you did something you weren't supposed to do, because you didn't follow some old biddy's rule, and I said old biddy, I'll say it again. You didn't follow some old biddy's rule, didn't follow blah blah, you like broke the rule, you got a measle on the back of your card. What the hell? I didn't have measles when I was a kid, and I don't want them now, and you'd get a little red dot on the back of your card, and you'd be disqualified. Well, you didn't follow the rules. According to you, according to your rules, But what about artistic impersonate, like improv and impersonation, what something means to you and how you feel about something? Why suck the fun out of it? It's just ridiculous. Anyways, Victorian picture button, absolutely love it. And I recycled cards all the time from antique stores. So I recycled cards and I wired them on. And this is like one from my show, I think. Yeah, it's a whole thing, Dario Kelly. You get measles on your card and you get disqualified. Who cares? This is what's its face. This is gay 90s, Victorian, 1890, wonderful button. Again, $50, $60 years ago. 75, 85. They've come down quite a bit. Another one that's imitation fabric. So this is black glass with iridescent luster, and it's considered imitation fabric. This is Victorian, 1870, 1880. Really beautiful and very unusual button. But do you see how that looks like fabric? People spending a lot of money to compete to get nothing. So my mom and I would laugh. I'm going to tell you guys. Do you guys want to know a secret about my mother? This is how I became evil. Are you guys ready? I have to blame my mom. There's only 100 people here, Mom. Don't worry. No one will hear it. Do you guys want to know why I became evil and a bitch? Oh, so my mom would make fun of the people that would compete. And she would say they competed for $5. They did. They would win $5. You would spend upwards to $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 on a card, right? I'm not kidding you. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000. If you, never mind, I won't say the one's name. But if you were, nope, don't say it, Jason. So if you were the one lady who no one liked, she didn't even like herself. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. She didn't even like herself. Wah, wah, wah. I just shouldn't say the story, but I'm going to. So my mom would, here, I'll narrate it with this. Anytime I'm going to go left of center, I'm going to pretend that this tiny little clothespin is telling you the story. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, I'll stop now. Anyways, long story short, you can send a cease and desist to my plastic paper clip, okay? Or a clothespin. See, I said paper clip, and then I'm going to get a note in the mail that says, it's a clothespin. It's a clothespin. It's not a paper clip. Okay, I don't give a shit what it is. It's hilarious. Keep your friggin' pants on. So anyways, my mom would laugh, because then she'd go, did you see, well, and I would fill it in with ding dong dolly dipshit is what I would say. She would go, did you see such and such? And I'd say, yeah, ding dong dolly dipshit. And she'd go, yeah, did you see she competed? And do you remember she bought those buttons from you for like $3,000? She won, and my mom would say it like hilarious. She'd go, she won $4. The top prize for competition was $4. You spent $3,000 to win $4. I mean, are you that dumb? Are you that stupid? That like, I understand the competition thing, but after all, I'd be like, give me the bucks. Show me the friggin' money. If I'm going to spend $5,000 on buttons on a card, you better show me the money. Gosh dang it. David Berkheimer gave me $50 for being a bully. David, did you know where you're at? Are you sure you know where you're at tonight? David, Did you know that you're at my channel? Can you all hit the thumbs up on that? I need to get 90 thumbs up on that. You guys have to go up and hit the thumbs up on David's super chat. He gave me a chupa chat. He gave me a chupa chat so he could be first place. David and Karen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for always supporting me. I absolutely love you, David. I really, truly do. David was all turned around in the chat the other night. He was all confused. He thought he was at another channel. David Berkheimer, you are just so epic. I do tonight, not so much last time. David, I love you so, so much. You make me so happy. You make me so happy. Sammy, he's one of the nicest men on the planet. Brian, thank you for thanking him. Pamela, thank you. Ramel, thank you. Daria Kelly, how are you, sweetheart? I didn't know you were here. If I did, I would have been behaving. Well, then again, I probably wouldn't have been. Montana girl, I love you. I don't see enough of you. Susan, justice for Julian. Lori J, I love you. Mom, so my mom would say, so wait one second. My mom would say, she would say, hi, Bronson. My mom would say, is David another one of your love children? Yes, he is. He's older than me, so I time traveled, and I had him as a baby, and he doesn't know I'm his father, but he does now. David, I am your father. But hold on, I'll say it like Darth Vader. David, I am your father. David, who are you going to call daddy? I couldn't even do it with a straight face. Wait, hold on. David, call me your daddy. I hope Karen's watching. I hope Karen's watching. Jeremy's going to go, did you really say to David Berkheimer, you're his daddy? And I'll say, yeah, I said it in my dad voice. David, I am your father. Oh my God, it sounds so creepy. All right, I'll stop now. I don't know what my yeah, I was talking from my chest, not my nose. Do you guys want to know? I wanted to do in my video today. I wanted to do in my who yo daddy. Do you want me to do it again? Who's yo daddy? Give me another super chat and I'll talk to you dirty. Oh my gosh, I love you all so much. David, you have the best sense of humor. And Karen, your lovely wife, I have no idea how she puts up with you. I have no clue. Apple juice bakelite, carved two-hole sew-through apple juice, and really fantastic 1940s, right out of Inez's collection. And Inez had some amazing Bethlehem pearl. These are carved Bethlehem pearl. They are worth a lot of money now, you guys. Absolutely worth a ton of money. Look at the star, but Bethlehem star, insert shank on the back. Most of the time the shank is glued in, and look at that, handmade in Bethlehem. Didn't I just say Bethlehem pearl? Absolutely amazing. This is also a brooch. This one was a button and they converted it to a brooch. And then check this one out. Absolutely awesome. Really super incredible with that owl and the bell. Look at the brick and that tree on the outside. Bethlehem pearl, mother of pearl shell. Boy, an owl collector would go wild for that button. An owl and a bell? Yeah. An iris? Absolutely. Yeah. And someone would say, it's not an iris. And I'd say, I think it is. So that's all that matters. I manifested it. I did. Look at that. The pierce work, could you imagine getting in there with a jeweler's saw? You have to drill a hole and then you have to saw that out. Mother Nature is incredible with her creations, but she did not pierce all that out by hand. A human did that, went in and drilled all the holes and so slowly cut that out. Isn't that exceptional for a mother of pearl? Bethlehem pearl button. Absolutely amazing. Let me plug my phone in. I didn't think I'd be on this long, to be honest with all of you. I thought I'd hop on and I'd hop off, but many of you had said, can you come on with us on Tuesday night when you normally do a sale? And I said, you know what? Fine. Let's do it. Let's do a sort. Can you let me know in the chat, would you like to know more about buttons, or would you like me in the next live to go back to jewelry? What I thought about for the next live is possibly a gemstone sort. And Thelma was here, and I think she's supposed to come on with me this Thursday. I think we're supposed to do a split screen, and I'm supposed to do an interview with Thelma, I think. So can you guys let me know if you put Thelma in the chat, put the word Thelma in the chat, And would you like me to bring Thelma on for an interview on Thursday? If she's able to do it. I think she's able to. We talked about it anyway. Let's see if we can summon her. Can we summon Thelma? Thelma, my sweet, beautiful friend, where are you? Are you in the chat? I think she was here. I think she left when I went bonkers. Oh, thank you so much. I was thinking about gemstones. Yeah, but I can't do a gemstone sort with her. We would talk, like, shoot the shit about business and, like, YouTube and what I've learned. Maybe, about my art and about what she sells. I'd really like to, bring her on and talk about her selling channel and to promote her like she did with me early on. She had been so kind to me. Truly, truly kind to me. Steadfast friend. Let's see here. Let's see here. I need to know as much as I possibly can. My boss's mother has like 500,000 buttons in her collection and has never done anything with them. She wants me to look at them. Montana girl, if you go to all my button videos, so like if you go to my videos and then you type in like button and then the little search thing, I think it's a magnifying glass. I almost said microscope. Can you imagine if I would have said microscope? Someone would have been screaming, no, it's Jenny Lind. It's a magnifying glass. I think if you do that underneath my videos, it'll pull up the button videos. But I did so many videos on buttons. I did so many videos. Found your channel by watching hers. Oh my God, Justice for Julian. I know. So many people found me through Thelma. So many people found me through Thelma. My chat's not working again. My chat's not working again. David Berkheimer, thank you so much for the super chat. Why is my chat not working? What is going on with this feed tonight? Something's up with YouTube, you guys. Can you guys put some hearts in the chat? Because I can't... My chat's not moving over here. Can you put some hearts in the chat? Is that possible? Because it looks like my secondary device is not working. It is not working. No, not even close. Love this horn button. The equestrian. Oh, God. Molded horn, 1840. Victorian picture button. I forget who this is. There's a whole big story about this one too. Didn't care about the stories in the background. I cared about the design. And then I think is this Guinevere? I want people to go nuts in the chat. Is this Guinevere, you guys? I want people to say it's not. Is this Guinevere? Oh, God. I know, me too, Lisa Ross. It's a very early horn button, and I just love it. I love that horse button. Falcon Huntress. See, there we go. See, I knew I had it right. It's the Falcon Huntress. There's the Falcon. Thank you, Michelle. There's the Falcon Huntress. And it's not Guinevere. And I had to do it. And cut steel with rivets on brass. Look at it. It's a big one. It's a big one. Yeah. I don't know. And then there's these horn buttons, but see how these are called pickbacks? Because there's usually a little pick hole. They picked it out of the mold. So this is molded horn. I have a huge collection of molded horn women. They look like cameos. Like an exceptional card. Very, very... Ew. No, it's not. I won't even say that. Gross. Mother of Pearl, Stars, Rhinestone, and Fantastic. Like wonderful. Mother of Pearl and Stars with rhinestones. Look how big that one is. That one's probably 45, 55. I know, Justice for Julian. I know. Ugh. Oh boy. Apparently he can't see or hear. This is a scutcheon. It's a ladybug and it's wooden and it's a brass shank wooden button and beautifully done. And I love this one. This one's hard to find. This one's really hard to find. I know, Ramel, it's hilarious. Yeah. If it was, never mind. I won't say it because it's not. I won't say it. I really want to say it, but I'm not going to say it because then I'll upset half the people in the chat, and then everyone will hate me. Well, not everybody, but half the chat will hate me. I don't care. I don't care how many people like or don't like. I don't know. I can't worry about it anymore. This one is a pickback. See where they picked the horn out of the mold, It's a pickback, it's horn. And look at the escutcheon horse, 1830, 1840. 1840. Let's just do that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Look at the horse's face. I really love that one. Look at the size of this one. See, and this one, I think back in the day, I mean, I'm sure she paid like $3 for it. And I'm sure this is worth, oh God, 65, 75, 85. A lot. Oh, I like that, John's daughter. I would agree. That's well said. Well played. Well played with the word fop. Hold on, we can show that one. Why did I just laugh like I laughed like an orangutan. Did you hear that? I went, she could fop herself. I like that. This is a pickback, and it's deposé, and then there's the maker. Here's the two stars, but there's like where they pick it out of the mold. Really fantastic for a Roman or Grecian raised portrait. Really fantastic. A lot of times these have like chew holes. You know what I'm saying? They have like chew marks from I am too, Ramel. They have chew marks, you know? So they have chew marks from bugs. And then look at this one. This is Goodyear rubber. Okay, here's where we get into Goodyear rubber. Can I show you guys something about horn? This is horn and this is Goodyear rubber. Do you see the difference? Slight color variable, right? More chocolate brown. This is hard rubber. So this is hard rubber. Ew. Ew. What? Don't be hating on my boyfriends. Huh? What? Ugh. Barf. This is Goodyear's, let's see here, 1851, 1851 Goodyear, and a vulcanized hard rubber. Goodyear's 1851. That's when it was patented. Look, this is a hard rubber button. 1851? Yeah. Oh, here we go with the morning buttons again. I don't know what to say. I don't have anything to say about it. Glass, cut steel, and really great. Brass, Victorian, 1890. This one, 125-ish, 95 to 125. Beautiful Victorian. I love it. People say something about... some people say, well, I've talked about that 700 times in my Victorian videos. Yeah, I have. Have you just found me? Are you new to me? Peep next door? Are you new here? Because I've talked about hard rubber jewelry for, I don't know, 2 years on YouTube? I don't know. The only Swift I like is a bird. There's something wrong with me. Well, okay. I don't know if I should agree or disagree. I'll just say, okay. Crochet and fantastic. And I love this. I don't know what else to say. Beautiful, handsome little dog. And this one is, this one's molded plastic. This one's not horn or Goodyear rubber. This is molded plastic. Look at his face. Look how beautiful. Yes, please. Victorian. Gay 90s, yet again, 125 to 145, $125 to $145. The oval is what's unusual. Very, very unusual. Yeah. Oh, I know. I agree. I think that's right. I agree. This one is fish. This one has a fish and an anchor, and there's another fish on the border. It is cut steel. I'm sorry. It is a steel back with a brass escutcheon. But see how the steel has some rust on it. But do you understand how hard this one is to find? I commented on your morning jewelry video a while ago. Oh, okay, great. Well, then you saw my Victorian morning jewelry, and you saw the hard rubber jewelry that I brought on. I have a bangle that I said I never sell, and I haven't. Love the shank on that one. Look how this goes through the back. And do you see how the steel is? Thanks, Laura, for being here. I know I'm a lot to watch. I know I'm too much a lot of times. And isn't this great? I don't know. I would say on this one, 85 to 95 Victorian. So if you find that in a button jar, you should be all over it. Not easy to find. This one's really hard to find. Silver plated, not sterling. People always say that these are sterling silver. No, they're not. They're silver plated. Beautiful construction with the rhinestones. Art Nouveau, a 1900, 1920. And you know, you're starting to get into Deco. Oh, too much Jason is not enough. I do remember that. That was like years ago when I was like tolerable. But it's I'm not tolerable anymore. Oh, the I ripped the veil off. I took my mask off. Oh, thanks, John's daughter. You know, Michelle, I've never seen that one either. Michelle, I've never seen either one of these before. I've never seen either one of these before. I don't know. I'm not familiar with either one of those. And I've seen a lot over the last. And I did button shows. I started them in, let's see, the first button show I went to was 1996. No, 95. That's the first one I went to. I was overwhelmed by the prices. I left discouraged because I couldn't afford anything. I went to that show and I bought nothing. I did a video on Art Nouveau too. What haven't I done videos on? Art Nouveau is my biggest part of my collection. Huge part of my collection. We all know that. I love new everything. Boy, I bought an 18 karat gold brooch last week, Art Nouveau, and I don't want to tell you guys, but Jeremy's he's gonna flip his wig. I spent $4,100 on an Art Nouveau pin. It's an original. Haven't shown it on my channel. Don't know if I'm going to. Anyways, got to keep something secret, right? Even though that's not a secret because I just told you. So let me go back to this. So when I went to the button show all those years ago, I couldn't afford much. I didn't have much money, and I still don't because I spend it all, or I donate it all. And so I went to the show and I couldn't afford a damn thing. And then I started setting up at the shows, and I was in full swing as a button vendor, meaning seller, as a button dealer from 2000 and something, 2003, 2004. I went full swing 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and then I kind of trailed off. But I set up at the shows for, I would have to ask my mom, I'd say at least 6 years. But I bought a collection and I took it to one of the shows and I made a staggering amount of money. Like, I mean, a staggering amount of money. It's hard to find button jars anymore. Yeah, that's another thing, like jewelry jars and button jars, a thing of the past, you know. This is bakelite. It's a bakelite disc, and then it has a leaf escutcheon. And the leaf escutcheon is just really magnificent. What I loved about this one is the duality of the two materials. Very powerful in terms of a design. Late 40s, transitioning into the 1950s. Late 40s into the 1950s. Yeah, this is deluxe pearl. Antique deluxe pearl, very difficult to find. So we have the smoke pearl, and then I could talk about pinnacle. I could talk about I could talk about all the different kind of shells and the oysters and the mollusks and the this and the that and the clams and all that. But pinnacle buttons are very difficult to find. I have only 3 of them in my collection. I've only been fortunate enough to get 3 pinnacles. Very difficult to find. Very unusual deluxe pearl, meaning the smoke mother of pearl. And then these rivets are cut steel, and these are diamond shaped that are cut down into the smoke pearl and then riveted through the ocean pearl. So there are rivets that run through the ocean pearl, and you have the 4-hole sew-through. That's technically what these are called, 4-hole sew-through. Very unusual to find this. I mean, extremely unusual to find that. Now, interesting that this is a pansy, again, a notable flower. I'd like someone to say, that's not a pansy, it's a sweet pea. Oh gosh, just stop already, please. Brass disc and then cut steel border, and that escutcheon is the pansy that is absolutely gorgeous. Victorian, a medium hedging towards a large. Maybe that is a large. Anyways, this one, since a notable flower on a competition card, if you needed it, 45, 55, 65. See how they like escalate. They just go up in value when you get a certain flower. I don't think I'm going to go with Jenny Lind on this. I'm going to tell everyone to stop because the laurel wreath in her hair, not Jenny Lind. It's opalescent glass. It has foil from behind. Mid-Victorian, 1850, 1860. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, right. It's a sweet pea. Yeah, right. Exactly. Who cares? And this is a front view bore. Very magnificent Victorian button. Picture button, front view bore. Wonderful detailing in the japanned surface. Oxidized black. Very, very cool button. Hard to find in this size. 35.45. 35.45. Someone said this is Wedgwood. Keep your pants on. No, it's not. This isn't Wedgwood. This is Shirley Shaw or Stella Ranzinski. It's Shirley Shaw. This is Jasperware. It's not Wedgwood. This is Jasperware. You have blue on the background and you have white on the top, like Wedgwood. But this is not Wedgwood. It is Jasperware. It is a self-shank button. It is by Shirley Shaw. Stella Ranzinski also did these. I can show you Wedgwood buttons that there. I have two Wedgwood buttons in my collection right now. One I paid $275 for. One I paid $375 for. But what I'll show you instead, for everyone that wants to know the difference between Wedgwood and Jasperware, there's not a sizable difference, but a difference. These are Jasperware, and this is Shirley Shaw, Stella Ranzinski. Don't ask me; they're interchangeable. I don't care. These were made out of two-part molds. They were slip transferred, and they were then fired together. Very, very unusual. I have hundreds of Shirley Shaw and Stella Ranzinski buttons. Each one of these, oh, I don't know. At the shows now, probably on the larger ones, probably 25, 35, 45. The smaller ones, 15 to 20. I don't know the current value on Shirley Shaw buttons. I will tell you this much. Do you guys want to know a secret? You got to put secret in the chat. I'm going to tell you a big secret. I had a set of these, and I'll tell you a big secret what I sold a set of these for. Put in the chat secret, and I'll tell you. What a good mocha. Much, much needed. And my allergies today, through the roof. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I didn't take my allergy pill today. My Kirkland's allergy pill. I love my allergy pill. It's my best friend. I forgot to take it today. Big secret. I had a set of Shirley Shaw presidents. It was like from George Washington through, oh boy, I don't know. It was George Washington through one of the newest ones. And I think it stopped at like, I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't care. I didn't relate to the card of them, and they were all on a thing. Jason, have you ever seen the shells that are discarded from the making of shell buttons they found on the shores of the Thames River? Shores of the Thames. No. No, I haven't. I have not. I have not. Oh, I'm not in all chat. Oh, shoot. I'm not seeing half the chat tonight. I'm not in all messages. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't see half the people tonight. How disrespectful. I wasn't in all messages. I was in top messages. That's another thing. Go up to your little wheel, guys, and hit the wheel, and then you can go top messages, all messages. Okay, Diane, I don't know about that. Okay. So these are Jasperware, and they're porcelain. And like I said, the buttons that I had, they were the presidents. I sold the whole set. The big secret was I sold the whole set for $800. I sold the set of these that were the presidents for $800. I hope you heard that. I bought the card in a collection for I don't know how much, but I had no affection for it. I had no interest in it. It was on a big, huge board. It was the most atrocious thing ever. It had all their like names like under the buttons, and I just couldn't stand it. I absolutely couldn't stand it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to look at it. I couldn't stand it. It drove me nuts. Didn't like it. This one, obviously a peacock and Jasperware. Unusual to have the secondary color. See what I'm saying? Unusual to have the secondary color. Stella Ranzinski or Shirley Shaw. This one, Shirley Shaw, 1999. Shirley Shaw, 1999. Very unusual buttons. And I could keep going. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. Art Nouveau style. You know, people will see this and go, oh, that's an Art Nouveau original. That's an Art Nouveau original. I know more than you. No, you don't. That's a reproduction. That's from 1990. Made out of an old mold. And this is like, whatever, Archangel, whatever you want to say. You know, I'm sure it's like some fancy scene, and then everyone goes, no, it's not. Shirley Shaw, 2002. Shirley Shaw, 2002. Okay, enough of those. I could show you another, probably 50 of them tonight if you want to see them, but I won't do it because you'll say, oh, show us, and then I'll say no, because I don't do what you tell me to do. I do the exact opposite. Okay. I don't know why I ask. Why am I passive aggressive? Did I just have a full-on conversation with myself? Celluloid underneath will go, wait, that's mother of pearl. No, that's celluloid underneath this kind of triad design. Very interesting Victorian, absolutely Victorian, Victorian, 1890, definitely Victorian aesthetic. I absolutely love that button. One of my favorites. A turtle escutcheon. I have a whole card of escutcheon buttons. And you'll remember, I think for the card, I probably spent in excess of $4,000 on the card. I think I have 35 or 38 buttons on that card. They were well in excess of $100 a piece, and I have some of the most unusual escutcheons. And this one did not make the card, but it's a sea turtle. I say it's a sea turtle because of the elongated arms. And then someone's going to say, it's a tortoise. I swear it's a tortoise. I've not seen a tortoise with arms that long. That little boy should be playing basketball. That's all I could tell you. He shouldn't be swimming. He should be playing basketball. He has flippers the size of basketball players' feet. Okay, so there's this escutcheon, silver plated on composition. No, vegetable ivory. Hold on a minute. Yep, vegetable ivory. And then everyone's going to say, what's vegetable ivory? Well, I'll do a video on it. And then I'll tell you about tagua nut. I'll tell you about veggie ivory. I'll tell you about real ivory. I'll tell you about bovine bone. And I'll show you the difference of how to tell the different materials. That's what I'll do. It'll happen. These are apparently raspberries on a branch. And look at the big one and the little one of raspberries. Really quite magnificent. I absolutely love it. For a berry button, I was all over it. I said, I am in and I love it. Yeah, raspberries. Did I not say that? Did I not say raspberries? Yeah, raspberries. Yeah. Or snozzberry. Are those snozzberries? I don't know. I love tagua nut, right? I know, tagua nut. I know. Everyone goes, well, what is that? I go, it's fancy and bougie. You'll want to stay tuned for a video on tagua nut. Now, this is a lot of the keeper buttons out of Inz Windrove's. Now, she had these on cards or trays, whatever you want to call it. I go, I don't care. Right, I know. That's my point, Brian. Snozzberry. I know. Didn't you see the movie ever? Maybe you didn't. Someone follow my lead here. You guys remember the movie? Snozzberries. Do you guys remember that? Willy Wonka, anyone? No, I don't have any 80s babies here. Okay, never mind. I'll proceed forward. Joshy Blake can normally back me up. This is incredible. I don't think this is bakelite. Exactly. Willy Wonka. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And then Brian has to come in and ruin the fun. Yeah, Brian's like, there is no such thing. Huh? I know that's the point. Interesting glass and then inset in plastic. I really, really love this one so much. Why would you put glass inside of plastic? I would, but that is totally molded glass. And someone would say, no, it's plastic inside of plastic. And I'd say, no, I just said it's glass inside of plastic. I wonder if that glows. Here, let's be like everyone else and glow everything. Oh, I don't know where my black light is because I don't care. I'm sure that black lights. I'm sure it does. And then I could go, ooh, look at black lights, and then not care at all. I can't see the chat at all. I need to sit down. I've been standing literally all day, and I'm still standing. Do you guys want to see some of the tinies? Do you want a display? Do you want a display of tinies? Do you want a display of tinies? Because then, well, look at these tinies. Do you guys want to see tinies? Put tiny in the chat if you want to see tiny buttons. Do you want to see some of the tinies? We can't leave these out of the fun. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm going to show you anyway. So, and then people go, well, why did you ask? I like to annoy everyone. I like to be annoying. This is one of my favorites. Someone said acorn. Oh no, there's a cat hair. Someone said acorn. This is one of my favorite buttons, and I was offered like $1 bazillion for this, and I said no. This is a two-part. This is Leo Popper, and you know how I felt about Leo Popper. No one was talking about Leo Popper, and then I brought it on YouTube, and now everyone says Popper this, Popper that, Popper this, Popper that. They go crazy about Leo Popper. I mentioned it, and then everyone's asshole got caught on fire, you know, and they talk about Popper this and Popper that and Popper. Stop it with the poppers. This is Leo Popper glass. It is an acorn. And look at that for a two-part shank style button. Look at the pin shank. And I was offered so much money for this. And I said, absolutely not. No, I'm keeping this. It's not for sale. I'm not selling it now or ever. It's simply not for sale. I didn't care how much money. I said, no. Here's some tinies for our little tiny, our tiny people that love the tinies. There's china. There's glass. There's veggie ivory. There's a beautiful horse. Look at the lithographed horse. These are all teeny tinies. Veggie ivory stenciled. I'll go through these. A two-hole china. Look at that china button. People, people, you got to get a grip. You got to start getting buttons. Go out and get some button jars. Go out and search high and low at antique shops. These things are out there. Let's see. I got to read the chat for a minute, and then I'm not going to look for a minute. I'm going to look at the chat, and then I'm not going to look at it. Okay, amazing. Tiny horse fab. Okay, I'm not going to look at the chat for just a few seconds. Let's get through these. Let's sort these bad boys. Ooh, imitation cut steel with a horseshoe. That's Victorian. That's black glass. Silver luster, black glass. We have another fabulous china button. Two-hole sew through. Oh, I lost one. Hold on. I need to sort these another way. Hold on. Let me get these guys off here. Look at that china one in blue. Antique 1860. And someone goes, that can't be from 1860. It's too colorful. Okay, you're right. You're the historian. I'm the novice. Hardy har har. No, I'm not. You can trust me on the dates of these things. I'll tell you. I will absolutely tell you. Ooh, copper luster glass with an insert shank. Victorian charm string. Oh, do you guys want to know more about the charm string buttons? Do you want to know? Guys, put charm string. It's one word. Put charm string. Bakelite horse, two-hole sew through. Put charm string in the chat. And if I see 50 charm strings, I'll teach you a lesson that I just learned about what's its face. Okay? Can you guys go and like, can you go crazy in the chat and put learn more from Jason than the books? Thank you for saying that. I don't know if that's true. Are you sure? Are you sure on that? This one's cranberry glass, horseshoe. Absolutely amazing. Shell inlaid. You got to put charm string. Oh, Brian, that's okay. You were quoting Brooks from Willy Wonka. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. Sorry, Bri. I didn't catch that. Sorry. A misunderstanding. No big deal. All right, let's like clear these out of the way. Do you want to talk about a charm string? Because there is a charm string in her collection. And I'll go get it. It's in a separate box. So you'll have to like excuse me. And I will go into these china buttons are some of the best I've ever seen. And someone said, well, why do you care about china buttons? Do you know when I first started, I never did. These are all chinas, meaning they're porcelain. These are all porcelain. Look at the way that that's done. Almost looks like Norwalk pottery. I do have the largest Norwalk pottery button collection in the United States. I'm proud to claim it. So far, no one has ever beat me in the amount of Norwalk pottery buttons. I made a button convert from a spoon bowl once. I made a button convert from a spoon bowl once. Insert shank into the slot and drilled the secure pipe cleaner wearable button. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Hi, Lisa Hand. How are you, sweet friend? I saw you earlier when I was going nuts about being lectured from people. How's it going, sweetheart? If you guys aren't subscribed to Lisa Hand, can you do me a favor? 96 people, if you want to learn about history, if you want to learn about Victorian, if you want to annoy someone 24 hours a day, can you please go over to Lisa Hand? And it is Lisa Hand 1204. Can you guys go over to Lisa Hand 1204 on YouTube so you can leave the live feed now, go up to the top search box and type in Lisa, Lisa, Hand, Hand, 1204, 1204, and please subscribe to her channel. I made mine from broken earrings. That's a fabulous idea. That's a fabulous idea. How many people out there are subscribed to Lisa's channel? Put in the comment section right now if you're subscribed to Lisa Hand. If you're not, you're missing out. She does historical teas. She does Victorian dress. She does silver. She talks about flatware. She talks about all these fabulous things. Oh, is there a good way to wear buttons as pendants without damaging them? Hi, Brian. Thank you for the super chat. Can everyone like the super chat? Can everyone please put the thumbs up? Brian, that was so kind of you. $19.99 to get my attention. I'm sorry if I missed your question. Is there a good way to wear buttons as pendants without damaging them? Could I show you? I don't know if I can get my hand on it right now, but can I show you that there's a bezel that you can convert buttons to a pendant without damaging them, and then you wire it through. You like make a pendant and then you wire the button through and you can turn it into jewelry without ruining the button. That's a great question. Are you guys subscribed to her? You really need to subscribe to Lisa Hand. You're subbed. You did it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You guys just subbed to her. Let's get her to 1,000 subs. She's very early on. She's trying to get her footing. Please subscribe to her. I beg you. You just did it. You just did it. Thank you so much, you guys. This is a 4 hole sew through China button. I know how difficult it is to get to the first 1,000. I had to sell my soul. I did. I had to sell my soul to get to my first 1,000. And then after I did it, I regretted it, And now look at me. Look at me go. 37,000 real people. And do you want to know? They sent me my analytics the other day, and they said that over 48% of my quote usual viewers, which no, there's nothing usual about you guys, you ladies and gentlemen. They said that 47.2% are not subscribed. So I'm in front of like 70,000 people. I mean, it's like insane in my mind. 70,000 people watch me? What? Really? People need to get some hobbies like button collecting. They really do. Oh, look at that one for a painted china. Very unusual. All right, so that's enough of those. Let me go in and grab, this one now. Oh, and this one. Is that a Jenny Lind? No, it's a dog. Look, we're going to call this a Jenny Lind. and then the doll collectors will come in and just have my head on a stick. The doll collectors will come in and go, did you see he was doing a button sort? And he said a greyhound was a Jenny Lind. Look, this is a Jenny Lind. The Jenny Lind. Oh, I love that button. I love that greyhound. I know, it's hilarious. It's a Jenny Lind. This one is a swirl back is what they call this. And this is gathered by hand. So imagine an artist putting the shank in and then gathering this by hand. Are you ready for the killer part? What on God's green earth is this? Look at it. Holy cow, it's made like a ting, Tingue. Do you know if this was yellow or red and this was a ting button, this would be like $400? $400 for a ting button. And I'll tell you what, for my first ting, Tingue, look it up, guys, Tingue, ting button. I paid for a ting button, I paid $225. I paid $225 for my first ting. I do not think that this is considered a ting button. I do not think it is. I really don't. All right, you said charm string. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. I got to show you something very important. I learned something the other day. Look at me go across the house. Oh, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. You are some of the best and most fantastic people in the planet to tolerate me for all this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think this is, I think this is one of the buttons. So I think I'm 99% sure this is still Inz Windrove's collection. And there were several cigar boxes. Do you guys want me to do these? Or can I just say I did? These are Victorian picture buttons, Charter Oak. This one's called Charter Oak. That's the biggest version of Charter Oak. Do you guys want me to do these first, or should I do the charm string? Should I do charm string, or should I finish these? I don't really want to finish those, though. I don't even really want to. I don't want to. All right, let's just go through them real quick. Victorian, most of these are Victorian black glass. This is fabulous for black glass. It has luster. And then this one, oh my gosh, tinted pewter. Tinted pewter, absolutely amazing. One hell of an incredible collection. And these were all carded. This is a Gilded Age. If you want to talk about Gilded Age buttons, I have a whole card of these. And in honor of Michelle Guida, Michelle, you got to remind me to get the fops, okay? So we could tell people to fop themselves. Coat of Arms, which is incredible Victorian, very hard button to find in that specific style. This one, I don't remember. I don't care. This one is celluloid. It is the beautiful, beautiful celluloid made to look like scrimshaw ivory, and people will scream through the thing. That's scrimshaw ivory. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, Lisa Hand has seen a lot of this in person. Mom, it's okay. I know what's up. It's okay. Thank you, Mama. I'll see you in a minute. This is celluloid. It's Japanese style, made in England. And look at how beautiful those bamboo sheets are. Yes, Lisa Hand has seen, she's seen the inner workings of the Adams residence. She has seen my linen collection. That cherub is looking real mischievous. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's me as a cherub. That's me. I go, look how cute I am. That's what I do. I hide my wings, but I always have my quiver and arrows ready. But that's me as a cherub. Chubby cheeks, chubby arms. Then I go, yep, absolutely Victorian. Yeah, can you imagine me as a cherub? It wouldn't be great. It'd be more of like a devil. This is Victorian, very interesting triad design again, kind of monumental and cool. And then I never thought I'd ask you to show us your ting. Sir Rocks-a-Lot, how are you? Can everyone welcome Sir Rocks-a-Lot in? He just... You got held for review. Sir Rocks-a-Lot, I didn't even know you were here. I didn't even know you were here. Can you guys welcome Sir into the chat? He just kicked the door down with a great one-liner. I never thought I'd ask you to show us your ting. Damn it, anyway. Can you all welcome him in? That was epic. I needed that. After the day I had, I needed that. I needed that. This is Charter Oak. Tinted pewter in the background, and then the brass over the surface, a two-part button that is incredible. Another black glass that's Victorian. Again, thorny chestnut or buckeye leaf, self-shank. Look at all the straw marks on there when they cooled that button. Absolutely Victorian. And look at that faceted border. A lot of these are Victorian cut steel. The lion is epic, Victorian picture button, another glass button. Let me get all the glass ones together, and let me show you all the glass babies. And this is how quick I sort them. When I'm sorting buttons, I sort by material first, then I sort by time period. You can all do it different. However you choose to do it, you could do it however you wish. There's no right or wrong way. This is all glass. These are all glass buttons. This one, sometimes I have one that's a platypus. Oh, this is the crescent moon, and look at the iridescent face inside of the crescent moon. Victorian, 1870, really fantastic. Imitation fabric, and you see the way they put this kind of cage-like shank inside the button. A lot of times you can date the buttons by the shank system on the back. The Trojan Warrior. This one is that the alligator or the pheasant? Oh no, it's a lady. It's Jenny Lind. This is Jenny Lind with her sheep. This is Jenny Lind. It's Jenny Lind. That's Jenny Lind. It's not, don't say I told you so, because then people say, well, this is Jenny Lind, and then they'll get a measle on their card. I never said it was Jenny Lind. A bird with a nest with little eggs. Aw, and my little bird, he's doing okay, the little rescue bird, but he's having a rough go, guys. So he needs a little bit of prayers because he's having a rough go. Oh, this is the Egyptian button. Look at that with the faceted border. That's the Egyptian button. And look at all the detail. Look at all the detail on there. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah. Thank you, John's daughter. He needs a little bit of help, guys. They were having a problem with him. And he, you know, it's Mother Nature, guys. You know, we just have to do our best. We have to do our best. He's in really capable hands, though. And I had to say some prayers last night. You know, he's fragile. He's at the stage where he doesn't trust humans because he knows like his parents, and he doesn't know about people, you know. So who's Taylor Swift? I don't know. I have no idea who she is. Never heard of her before in my life. Egyptian, these are all Victorian picture buttons. Well, not all, but these are Victorian picture buttons. The cherub on the wall. Oh, Brian, Jason, no matter what happens, he could have died alone. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Brian, thank you so much for saying that. I couldn't leave him, guys. You know, I cried about it this morning again. I got really emotional. And Jeremy was like, why are you so upset? I said, I just feel really bad for him. You know, and it's like someone would say, well, it's just a bird. No, it's not just a bird. You know, God created that little guy. And he has every right to survive. And I did all I could. And I felt like in a lot of ways I failed him because I couldn't help him enough. And I had to call the rescue. And I said, I hate to dump this on you. You know, I wish I could help. But all my years at the veterinary clinic really came in handy because I kind of knew what to do. And then I said to my friend Missy, who's, you know, in rehab, bird rehab, you know, at the Raptor Center, Medina Raptor Center. I took you guys there and you met Missy. I said to her, you know, I can't fix this little guy. And she said, no, you have to, you know, she said, you have to do your best. And she said, a lot of times we don't know what they've been through before we get them, you know, and there could be like internal injuries. And, you know, and I said, I know, but I don't want anything to happen, you know, and I know he's so fragile right now. He was eating so well for them. And then he kind of put the brakes on the other day, you know, he kind of put the brakes on and he gave him a little bit of a challenge. And she stayed up with him. I'll tell you all of the information for the rescue eventually. I'll get all that information for all of you. So if you want to make a donation to them, you can. And I don't know I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it, and I won't. So enamel open work Victorian, really fantastic. And look at the cherub. Absolutely yes, Victorian. We're gonna get into the charm string next. I love this enamel Egyptian one. Look at the enamel Egyptian one, 1900. Right at 1900, still considered Victorian. And then look at the hand-painted tollware. See how you would think and assume this is enamel? It's not. Oh, I only donate to animals, not people. You know, I did both. God, it sounds bad to say I did animals. I donated to animals and I did people. I donated to people later in my life because I realized we're just fancy animals at our core, you know. And then someone will say, well, that's not very this or that's not very that. Well, I don't care about your judgment on what I say. It's just for me. But I donated to Victims Assistance in Akron, and I had to do that because they answer the phone 24 hours a day for, you know, if a woman is in danger or, you know, in a problem situation, or if a man is in a problem situation, because it happens to men all the time and a lot of time. And but men don't talk about it. They're not supposed to talk about it. And so, but it really it mattered to me later in my life that I realized that we're just fancy animals. We truly are. This is very unusual. Tallware Victorian, and that blue oxidation is fantastic. This is a military button, and can y'all help me out? Do you think this is important? Because I did. So I kept this out of Inez's collection. Inz Windrove. I don't know what it is. It sure felt like Civil War. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Telling you not to worry won't work, so just remember. Yeah, yeah. Josephine, I agree. I agree, Brian. I think so too. I You're welcome, Susan. 100%. I did it in honor of my friend Sylvia. She was the captain of the police force in Akron, and you heard that right. Very strong female, bold as can be. She has a heart of gold. She's still one of my best friends. And Sylvia was the captain of the police force in Ohio, and very, very close with her. I went to the victim's assistance in her honor, and I donated in her honor, and I still donate every year in her honor. I donated a pearl necklace 2 years ago to the benefit, and it sold for a substantial amount of money. I never want credit for that, though. There's a lot I do here that I won't tell you all about, like that I don't include on my channel. I just feel like it's uh, for me, to do. But thank you all so much for the love and for the support. It means a great deal. It really does. I had such a hard moment about my little bird. I just had such a hard moment late last night specifically and into this morning. Do you see this? What? Look at the enameling. Michelle Guida, look, I out enameled you. Is Michelle Guida still here or did you leave? Michelle, I want you still to be here so I could tell you to fop yourself. This is a Jerry Lind. This is a Jerry Lind. I don't know what the G is for. This is for Guida. This is for Michelle Guida. That's Michelle's button from the Victorian time. She's not getting it back. Now. You're not getting it back. And look at this. Is that a club from playing cards in opalescent glass and the perforate border with the twinkle? I think it is. It's Victorian and I love it. Michelle, I'm going to go get the fops. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go get the fops. And this is glass made to look like cut steel. Okay, before I get the fops, well, do you guys want the fops or the charm string? Fop? Tell me to fop myself. Tell me to fop myself, and I'll go get the fops. Or I'll do charm string first. You all have been so good and so kind. Let me do the charm string first. So this is a great big cigar box. Hold on, let me zoom out. Hold on, let me zoom out. Hold on. All right, give me a minute. Let me look here. Okay. So, let's see. Robin's return something. Okay, so this was typed a long, long time ago. And do you remember when I talked about charm strings and I couldn't remember the whole story? Remember I told you like when a girl got 100 buttons, then she got married? Do you remember when I had it wrong? Well, I had it wrong. It's button charm strings. Okay, and this is like a long time ago. Like, look how old and disgusting this card is. A long time ago, when young girls had little recreation, they collected buttons, exchanged with other girls, and put 99 on a string, but never 100 buttons, for it was believed they would never marry if they did. Thus, the legend of the 99 button charm string. Did you see that? So this old card tells you the whole story. So what my problem was before I met Jeremy, I don't know why I say the things I say. What my problem was, it wasn't my attitude, it wasn't my horrible humor, it wasn't my foul mouth, it wasn't my brown aura, it was the fact that I had too many buttons. That's why I never married before Jeremy. And that's the reason. So all of you that think it's because, I'm wild, I'm crazy, I'm unpredictable. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that I had 9 million friggin' buttons. That's why I was never going to get married, because I had far too many buttons, according to the legend. So now I need to get rid of all my buttons. So, anyways, all right, charm string. Charm string, charm string. This is some of the ones that I still sort from my Inz Windroves. Can I show you this card? Even though I'm going to show you anyway. Yeah, I know, Justice for Julian. That's true. That's true. These are the dog buttons. And do you know how hard it is to find Victorian buttons on their card? And this is only a partial card. Look at the dogs. I think they're spaniels. And then someone will say they're not spaniels. Well, I think they are. They're definitely not lambs, that's for sure. Look at the original tint on those brass buttons. Two-part construction, Victorian. What? What? 99 buttons. Pamela Tomlinson, I love you. 99 buttons and a bitch ain't one. Oh my God. I absolutely love her. That Pamela Tomlinson, you just got the comment of the night. Can you all put hearts in the chat for Pamela Tomlinson? She kicked the door down. She kicked the door down. She busted the door down. I'm sure Bruce is not there because Bruce would not approve of that message. Your husband is epic. He's so handsome and he's so nice. I love that man. I always told Jeremy how much I loved him. These I took to a show. This is not part of Inz Windrove's. This was a show that I did, and these were buttons I was selling. $20. These are arts and crafts hammered with enamel, but I sold the whole card for $20. Now I wouldn't want to sell each one for less than $10, so that would be $50. But look at how beautiful those are. And I was going to sell the whole card for $20 back in the day. So those have went up, but you could see that when, I was obsessive and I scrolled all my wires, like I was like obsessive. Look, I have to fix that one. You wonder why I don't get anything done during the day? It's because I have to go through my buttons and twist the wires. Oh boy. All right. So these are not Inez. Hold on. These are not Oh, these are Inez. I know why. Oh, wait to see some of those Victorians. All right. So these are Inez. Yeah, these are Inez in the bottom, and these Victorian black glass are Inz Windrove. But look at this charm string. This was Inz Windrove's charm string, and these were charm string glass that she never got on a cord. But look at this charm string. So here's the old cord in the corner. See all the old charm string cord? Very, very early charm string cord. And then look at these buttons for charm string. Oh, look at Jenny Lind. There's a Jenny Lind. I think that's really her, you guys. I think that's Jenny Lind. I think it is. And then they named a bed after that bitch. They did. Well, maybe she wasn't a bitch. I don't know. I don't know. But someone's going to be a distant relative of Jenny Lind. And they're going to come in and go, did you just call my great-great-grandmother a bitch? And I'll say, no, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Is there such a thing as genuine gemstone buttons? Sure. That's a great question, Stacy Taylor. That's a brilliant question. I have zircon, diamond, lapis, agate, paste, rock crystal, moss agate. I have a beautiful moss agate button. Victorian. Old. Extremely early. But that's the history of the charm string. But look at that Art Nouveau turquoise. Isn't that beautiful? Oh no, my device went crazy. Am I still here? My device went wild, guys. Oh great, the chat's gone. And then it said reconnecting. Am I still on? I see a heart somewhere. Uh-oh. I don't see anything. I don't think I'm live. You are here. Okay, Luana, I see you. Okay, so Victorian charm string. So 99 buttons or you would never get married. 99 buttons or you would never get married. So that was my problem. It wasn't my bad attitude. It wasn't my questionable humor. It wasn't the fact that I picked on fellow resellers. It was the fact that I had too many buttons. That's why I never got married. That's why. Oh, look. Look what we've got. Wait, the Greatest Showman movie, loved it, but Jenny Lind was the opera singer in the movie. Really? Was she an opera singer? See, I don't know about her. Welcome everyone that's coming in a little bit late. I so appreciate it. So Victorian charm string buttons. I will tell you right now, I sent one of my charm string to National Button Auction. Christy Brinkley, that's my local friend from the flea market. Christy Brinkley, how are you, sweetheart? I have not seen you at Hartville. Where in the hell have you been hiding? I looked for your son, I didn't see him. I looked for you, I didn't see you. Christy Brinkley, were you there on the 4th of July? Did I walk in your booth and not know it was yours? Christy Brinkley, paging Christy Brinkley, charm string buttons, but I sold one at national auction. There's so many rumors about me. I'll just confirm this. I sold a charm string for $1,900. Hello, Hartfield isn't worth my time. Christy, girl, tell me where you're setting up though, because I need a Christy Brinkley fix. First of all, I need a smoocher bug and a hug. How's your handsome husband? How's the tall fella who is epic and awesome? Oh, you're doing Rogers? But I heard that they screwed Rogers up. Oh my God, hello, awesome. I heard that they screwed Rogers up. Oh, he's doing good? Okay. Look at this one for a waistcoat button. So this is a waistcoat button, and I love them. You're so glad you could check the live tonight. Hi, Jenna Dent. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a long time. I get worried when I don't see my people. They did, but the money is still there. Yeah, I heard they messed it all up. See, here's part of a kaleidoscope right here. Do you guys want to see my kaleidoscope buttons? I have the largest collection of kaleidoscopes, I would say, in the world. But I don't want to get too big for my britches. Okay, that's part of the charm string. And then look at this part. And then I got to show you the fops for Michelle Guida so I could tell her to fop herself. So my mom is going to get really mad. And she's going to say, did you tell Michelle Guida to fop herself? And I'll say, yeah, but she liked it. She liked getting fopped. Look at the way that is oval imitation fabric, Victorian. So look at the carved mother of pearl one. These are some epic buttons. This is a drum button. So do you see why that's called a drum? And then do you guys want to know what the back is? Michelle, don't tell them. Michelle, do not tell them what this is called. What kind of back is this and how old is this? I'm going to quiz you all. You want to see my kaleidoscopes? Do you really? Do you guys want to see my kaleidoscopes? Morning buttons? In here, yeah. In the bottom of this, morning buttons, yes. Funerary. Are we allowed to wear buttons like that? Huh? Are we allowed to wear our buttons like that? I don't know. Oh, Christy Brinkley's brilliant. Yeah, 1845, 1865. It's called a drum, and this is called a threadback. So this is called a threadback button. And I know Michelle Guida knows that. This is a threadback button. No, I wouldn't wear them on a string. No, this wasn't a necklace. But I wouldn't do that if you're asking for a friend. But that's just me. But please don't cut the backs off of them, whatever you do. And I'm learning. Yeah, this is a threadback button, and it's a drum. This is a drum button. These are all crushed up mother of pearl pieces. It's painted and it's reverse painted. So the mother of pearl is behind the paint, and it's through here. I used to crochet buttons on my daughter's socks when she was little. Are you serious, Ramel? Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I use to crochet buttons. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's adorable. You should go over to the Something Next Door. You should go over to Lisa Hand's channel. She talks about the Victorian mourning customs. I don't get into all that. First phase, second phase, third phase, don't care, and don't care. I used to, I don't care anymore. I just don't. It's just not my jam. But Lisa Hand absolutely does a magnificent job on all of that. She's very gentle about it too. She doesn't go around correcting everyone. This is a rimmed mother of pearl. It's a very early button, rimmed mother of pearl. Could be 18 something. And then very early glass, there's a swirl back, there's mother of pearl. The celluloid doesn't belong on there. I don't know how that got on there. I didn't do it. Don't ask me. I didn't do it. But a little late for a charm string. But a lot of these are charm string glass as well. Very, very, I think that is Jenny Lind. I really do. Shut her nose up. I think it's Jenny Lind. I can't believe, you guys realize I said Jenny Lind 700 times? Do you want me to say it 702 times? This is bakelite, and you know I love my two-color bakelite. So I was supposed to show you something else. What was I supposed to show you? Ooh, I love this one. This one has a little mother of pearl inlay. What was I supposed to... Oh, the fops. Hold on. So I could tell everyone to go fop themselves. Oh, these were not Inez's, so don't panic. But do you understand how many more buttons that we have to go through? Do you understand how many more buttons we have to go through? Like why it matters? I mean the amount of information. Ooh, girls and boys, look at these. I'm gonna go get the fops. I'm gonna go get the fops out. These are fantastic. Look at these. And they call them pigeon eyes, and I don't really love the term, but I can't change the term now because everyone calls them pigeon eyes. So I'll just say, okay, they're pigeon eyes. All right, whatever, you know. Because then, well, anyways. But they're Victorian, and there's a whole set of them, and they're little celluloid flowers with glass insets that are called pigeon eye. And I just don't like the term. Anyways, but celluloid flowers in that zinc tin and then that blue tint. These are Victorian, very difficult to find one, let alone a whole set. $10 to $15 a piece, multiplied times 8, probably $100 and some for the whole set. These are really beautiful. They're very, very unusual for Victorian. Pigeon eye, very, very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. If I was doing shows, those would sell out in the first, I don't know, probably first few hours. I'd put those out, and in the first few hours, they would go bonkers. They would like lose their shit, actually. Button collectors would go wild. All right, so let's do some carded buttons. And then, do you understand how many more for my Nez? Can I show you a secret? Hold on, I'm going to show you a secret. Give me a minute. I got to put these back where they were. Well, here's good enough. All right. Do you guys want to know a secret? Do you guys want to know a secret? Here. Do you guys... Oh, gosh. You won't believe this. The stuff I get myself into. What are these? Oh, I remember what happened. Look, I have a whole set of those that I said were rare. I have a whole set of them. Why wouldn't I? I'm Jason Adams, damn it. Oh, why wouldn't I have a whole set of them? Why wouldn't I? Oh, for all those that don't like me, sometimes I don't like myself. Look at that for Victorian. Gay 90s, 1890. I can't believe I'm still on after all these hours. Do you guys like fly buttons? It's a fly in glass, a molded fly. Is anyone still here with me? Let's see here. Protect humans and animals alike. I agree. Yeah, I would say so. Sets are so rare, especially the beautiful buttons. I agree. Jason, would the buttons have been on clothing in the past? Oh yeah, Eldine, these were all used, honey. I'm so sorry. These were all clothing buttons. I'm so sorry, Eldine. I didn't see you. I didn't know you were here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That's a fly button. Okay. And then Peacock Twinkle. That's Victorian, 1870, 1880. Very beautiful. This one... Uh-oh, hold on. Well, do you guys want to know how many more are on this card? You know I love my dog buttons. You know how I love them? That one's late Victorian, 1890. Do you know how I love my dog buttons? Look at him jump. Look how proud of himself he is. Look at the detail of the rib cage, the articulation of the legs, the detail of the outside of that. That's still like a $45 button. I mean, even today. And then this one's interesting. This is on celluloid, and that's the beautiful Arab, what did they call? Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on this. I had his name on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Michelle Guida, I need you. I had it. I had his name on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, it's Denny Lind. It's Jenny Lind's brother. Yes, it's Denny Lind. Here's another Shirley Shaw. This is Jasper Shirley Shaw. I consider that more of a turtle or a tortoise, but I'm not an expert. This one, steel steel cup, and then look at the detail of that Victorian picture button. Do you guys love her? Abdul Lind. That's it, Lisa Ross. I lost track of it. Well, it is. It's Abdul Lind. It really is. Thank you. I forgot who that was. Lawrence of Arabia, no. Dang it. I forget who that is. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Look at the castle and look at the detail of this. Maharaja, no. Look at this though. What? I know, right, guys? And then you know how I told you I had 2 more of these? Because I have a set of 3, because why wouldn't I? I'm Jason Adams, damn it. I'm going to start. Do you guys want a shirt that says, I'm Jason Adams, damn it? I'll make shirts. And would you guys wear them? Would you wear a shirt that says, I'm Jason Adams, damn it? Would you... Would you wear shirts that said I'm Jason Adams? Damn it. Carl Ray said yes. Aldine. Would you really? How do you use them? Oh, they're applique. They're not buttons, they're four shank applique, meaning they go on a sash, a da 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 da. They're four shank sew throughs is what they are. Uh, would you guys do that? Lisa Ross. Thank you, Lisa Ross. Thank you. Um, uh, yes. Saffarette. There we go. Yeah, I just got it out the right way. I always say Saffarite, and I don't know why, but it's Saffarette. Saffarette glass, absolutely. Incredible, incredible Saffarite glass. But I have three of them. Why wouldn't I? I'm Jason Adams, damn it. That's the best. Oh, the competition. I'm still puckering assholes all these months later. It's my full-time job to pucker assholes. All right. Let's look at Satsuma. No one asked for Satsuma buttons. I don't know why you didn't, because you probably thought I didn't have many. This is very early because it's in the brass collar, but this is a Satsuma button, hand-painted in Japan. Look at the wisteria. Do you see the little gold dots on that Satsuma button? Very unusual button. Extremely unusual to find that button. Very, very unusual. I forget the story on these, so I'm not going to talk about this one right now. It's enamel. There's a whole story about these. I'm not going to get into that one yet. Because I don't want... Do you guys want to see an igloo button? I don't know where I put it. Let me see if I can find you an igloo button. They're China. They're very rare. And then I have so many other... Oh, gosh. Well, I should just bring the whole tray on, but I can't fit it in the light box. So I cannot fit it in the light box. Look at that for Victorian. And then this one's Victorian. It's the running hog. That's me going to get breakfast. That is me all day long, running through the cattails, minding my own damn business. That's an unusual size. You'll see this very small, but that's an unusual size. Don't say you heard it here, but it's true. It's an unusual size. Let me say it 4 more times. I should show you. Do you guys like the ASMR? Where is that one friggin' button? I can't find the one I want to show you. Ocean Pearl, Mother of Pearl, fantastic. And then look at her. Look at how dirty my nails are. I did it on purpose, so people... Oh, shoot. Okay, Michelle, hold on. I need to fop Michelle. Hold on. Michelle just asked to get fopped. All right, I'm going to fop her. Can you guys put fop... Oh, Michelle, look. Michelle, do you want to get fopped? All right, I got to fop Michelle, and then I'm going to call it. Michelle Guida, this live was in honor of you. If you've not liked it, I don't know what to tell you. But hold on. Let me fop Michelle. Hold on. I got to unbury the fops. Give me one moment, please and thank you. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Let me get in this... Oh, shiznit. All right, these are not Inz Windrove, so you got to keep your pants on. You got to keep your pants on because these are not Inz Windrove. There's mother-daughter. There's the Chinas. There's the Japanese. Oh, fop. Okay, fop, fop. All right, let's fop Michelle. Let's fop her. Can you guys please put fop in the chat? Can you put fop? Go fop yourself. Can you put fop in the chat? FOP. FOP. I need to see 100 FOPs, even though there's only 90 people here. Now there's only 74. I need to see FOP for Michelle Guida. I need to see... We need to tell Michelle to fop herself. My mom's going to get so mad at me. My mom is going to be so pissed at me tonight. All right, before I get into fopping people, I don't want to fop anybody, but before I get into fopping, I'm not in fop mode just yet, but what I am in mode of is paperweights. Would you all like me to sell some buttons? Can you guys put sell? If I see of the 77 people here, if I see about a, these are paperweights. If I see that you're not going to get the whole card in there. If I see sell, if I see sell times 20, I'll sell. Now I got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5. I see 5 that said sell. I see 6 that said sell. 7, 8. Come on. I need to get 20 sells and then I'll sell. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Only 13. All right. So it's not looking popular. It's not looking popular. 13, 14, 15, 16. I got 16 sells. I need 4 more sells. 17, 18, 19. I need 1 more, and then I'll sell some. Not tonight, but I'll bring some to Bully. All right, you got Gangsta Kiwi is here. I pulled him out of the darkness. All right, then I'm gonna sell some. All right, you want me to sell some buttons? Then I'll bring them over to Bully Run, and we'll be getting some buttons sold. These are all paperweights, and then we'll get into the FOP, and then we're gonna call it. I think we've had an epic time tonight, and I've been on for 2 hours and 36 minutes. And I did 3 long feed videos today. One was 30 minutes, one was 32 minutes, and one was 38 minutes. So yes, it was an hour and a half. And then I had a thumbnail, I had a title, and I had to describe. And then I had to space them out for release. These are all paperweights. They're all by different people. I don't want to get into specifically who made them, but look at the gumball machine. I mean, what? A gumball machine, a crocus, the paperweight glass, the little teapot is fabulous. Look at the little beautiful 4-leaf clover in gold. This one is magnificent. Right here is just absolutely fabulous. And then look at this windowed one. Let me show you this one. Let me take this off, and then we're going to get into the FOPs. And I'm super excited about it. These are very large for paperweight, actually. I have much, much smaller paperweight that are antique, but look at this Millie Fiore with the windows. Look at how magnificent that button is. Sheared and polished. I've said it 1,200 times. Sheared and then polished like a gemstone. Magnificence in micro Millie Fiore. Absolutely stunning paperweight button. These are miniature works of art, and when you get into these collections, the prices just surge. These are sulfides. There's like an ear of corn, a Santa Claus. Nobody has it. John F. Kennedy, I do believe. Look at the swan. Look at the swan sulfide. Really unusual swan sulfide. And these are all completely artisan constructed that are old. Let me make sure I don't pull the shank off of this. Nope, it's not going to come off. I don't want to pull the shank off, but look at that for a swan button. And then this is a somebody. This one is a, Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson. I'm glad the initials on there, because I would say, is that Larry from Larry Curly? Larry, Curly, and Moe. If you were a fan of Lyndon B. Johnson, I'm sorry that I offended you. But look, it looks like what's his face? What's that guy's name? You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys, help me out. It looks like not Larry from Larry, Curly, and Moe. It looks like Orson Welles. No, not Orson Welles. It says something. Remember? Oh, it's Jenny Lind. So look, guys, it's a Jenny Lind button. It is Lind B. Johnson. It's a Lind B. Johnson. Shep Lind Eisenhower. No, it looks like you remember that guy? They made like a battery tester. Do you remember? Or not Orson Welles. It was like he had a big nose. Never mind. I lost you. This is what's his face? The one president. See, was this Nixon? Is this? I don't know my presidents because I didn't care. Is that Nixon, guys? Sulfide. Oh, Jimmy Carter? Oh, that's right. That's Jimmy Carter. Didn't he like peanuts? W.C. Fields. Thank you. W.C. Fields. Yes, it looks like W.C. Fields. Is this, what's his face? Nixon? Is it? No. Jimmy Carter? It's Jimmy Carter. Damn it. Justice for Julian. Don't. That would be, I don't have a button shaped like, don't say it, Jason. This one is, a paperweight that's hand gathered. A paperweight that's hand gathered. Oh, I almost said something not good. Yeah, I almost did. I almost slipped. I don't care. Look at, it's a panda bear, and look at all the canes that are used in this. Lyndon B. Johnson is this guy right here, W.C. Fields. I don't know. People are going to be like, oh, how disrespectful. It's called humor. If you don't like it, you're at the wrong friggin' channel. I almost said the F-bomb the other day. Did you guys know I did say the F-bomb the other day? You guys, did you know that I said the F-bomb the other day? It wasn't good. A musical note, a teapot. I like this one, and then we're going to go into the FOPs for Michelle Guida. She has to go. Michelle's like, I have to leave. I have to get out of here. I have to take my dignity and I have to go somewhere else. This one's epic. Look at the cobalt, but look at the blue ground, and look at the gold clover. We heard you. Yeah, Romel, I thought I didn't, but my mom said, no, you did. I heard it. And I said, but is it okay that I swore? We were laughing. I know. Can you show panda again? Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. There's a panda in here. I'm so sorry. It was an authentic. I know. I got mad. Well, I didn't get mad, but I got frustrated because, like, do you guys know what I go through on a daily basis with YouTube? I don't think anyone understands. And then people go, well, why do you complain about it? I said, I'm not complaining about it. It's hard not to say the F word when it's your favorite. Luana, it is my favorite, though. I mean, and when I've talked with people on the phone, they go, oh my God, you're so much funnier with the F bomb. I think I want to start a whole new channel that's like nothing but swearing. I think I want to start a whole new channel that's nothing but swearing. And then telling you about like problems in the world, some dialogue about problems in the world. Can you imagine how many resellers I would shred? Boy, it'd be my full-time job. And then people would be like, see, I told you he's an asshole. There's a J and then there's a panda bear. Did you see the little panda? See, black and white panda? He's like waving at you. There's a heart cane. There's a flower cane. There's millefiori. There's goldstone. It looks like dentures. Are these supposed to be dentures and a tongue? Does that look like false teeth and then a tongue? Like you're viewing someone's roof of their mouth? Did I just ruin that button forever? Jason, sorry to interrupt, but I received my first jewelry order from you. Amazing. Thank you for the great prices and incredible. Thank you for the great pieces and an incredible price. Average Amy, are you serious? Thank you so much, sweetheart. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Average Amy, you're so not average. You're way above average. You aren't complaining, just stating facts. True, I would say, and fighting lots of fighting. I want fighting in the chat. Average Amy, thank you so much. You said, Jason, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I received my first jewelry order from you. Amazing. Thank you for great pieces and incredible price. You're welcome. I'll charge you twice the next time. I'll charge you double. If I've ever offended you like YouTube demons, oh my God, I'm sorry. No, never, John's daughter. You've never. No one here has ever done that. Never. How is it made? It's all glass. It's all paperweight glass, hand constructed by an artist, hand gathered glass. Very difficult to make these. That is amazing. I agree. Designs. I would sign up immediately. Thank you for everyone for subscribing up to 264. Lisa, can you all please go over to Lisa Hand 1204? She's up to 264. Let's keep subscribing to Lisa Hand. She really is amazing. She's been my friend for a long time. Through thick and thin, she knows I have a big mouth and she still loves me like a brother. And her husband, Jim, he's just amazing. He's a veteran and so is she. I hope I'm allowed to say, but Lisa served our country, and so did Jim, her husband. She lives in Oregon. Let's keep it weird, Oregon, but let's keep it awesome. So that's why Lisa Hand moved there. So, Lisa, thank you for your service, and will you please thank your husband? If he can hear me, Jim, paging Jim, thank you so much for serving our country, and thank you for your sacrifice. So thank you so much, Lisa, for being here. Watching a video with building of cranes together, something really amazing as well. That would be neat, Tama. How are you doing, Tama? JH, the little baby bird, has a little bit of a struggle right now. So okay-ish, but I cried that earlier and I cried a little bit. So I cried a little bit. Yeah. He or she is doing okay, but it's gonna be tough. He's at that point where he's fragile. That's all. I have a photo of him. He looks so much better than when I had him, but he's still at a fragile state because he knows that we're not his parents, and it's a struggle. But she stayed up with him all the other night. She fed him until I think like midnight. And then he went to bed, and he went inside of his cup because he has this little cup he goes in. And he went inside of his cup because he's a sparrow and he wants like a little shelter, So he went inside of his cup and the cup is flipped to the side and he crawled in it and he like went to bed and he slept. And he's just having a rough go. I'm very, very upset about it. I'm tore up about it. I cried about it a lot. And poor Jeremy, he's such the bear. And he said, you did what was right and you did what other humans wouldn't do. And I asked Jeremy, I said, would you have taken the bird home? And he said, are you nuts? But he would have. He picked up that dog in the middle of the street in Amish country, Brandy, and she's doing magnificent. So for every one we lose, for every battle we lose, we have to proceed forward because another one needs us. So another one needs us. And I did tell the rescue, I said, I just thank you for what you're doing. I thank you for navigating such a difficult age for a baby bird. And for those people out there that have ever seen someone like disrespect nature or take a bird out of its nest, please, be smarter than that. Don't be so dumb. Be smarter than that. Please don't disrespect nature. It's not for us to undo God's will. These are signed by the artist, and I think this is. It's not. I always say Jacques Israel, but I know that's not exactly right. That's not the way it's said, but that's the way my brain has always said it that way. Looks like an O in a blue dot. That's inside the cane. But look at the little gumball machine. Do you guys remember the gumball machines back in the day? Of course you do. We all loved them as children. And my dad, I think I bankrupted my father because every time we'd go somewhere and every time we'd go somewhere, I'd say, what someone said earlier, he will not be alone. I know, John's daughter, but I just get so upset about it. I know I shouldn't take it so personal, but I do, and I'm just worried. So I stayed busy today because I worried. So I know I shouldn't take it so personal. Whew, but I do. It's my nature. Worked at a veterinary clinic to save lives, and I just take it so personal, and I know I shouldn't, but I do, and I'm just worried. It's just me. I try to play a tough guy so often, and not all the time, guys. And I felt like it was a message from heaven that I walked down the street and other people would have said it was inconvenience to get involved. But so many people had walked by it like it wasn't important. And I couldn't walk by. It just wasn't going to happen that way. So I had to intervene. Yeah. So, whew, boy, thanks for the prayers for him because I think he's going to need it. So we've got these, and this is for Michelle, and then I'll let you guys go for the night. Sorry, I had a moment there, I'm not the tough guy all the time, guys. I'm not the tough guy all the time. I only play one on YouTube. So this was valued at $685, and this is from Mary Moller's collection. I'll get back on track, guys. Sorry, I can't read the chat right now. I got to get back on track, but I'm worried. That's all. Yeah, and I tried to be not say anything tonight, but I'm worried. So, $685 for this, and I know it's still tough. And then the breakdown. So you understand how buttons can be very expensive. And this is in honor of my friend, Michelle Guida. Michelle, thank you so much. Value is $600. And then you can see the breakdown of what she paid. She paid for the ivorine. She put ivorite. It's fine. I knew she meant ivoroid. It's ivoroid. It's a celluloid that's ivory. 120 is what she paid. They valued it at like 140. So this is the layout of the FOPS, FOP, FOPS. And I'll get into FOPS another time. But her total that she paid for this card back in the day was $547. $547, and these were very important and very sought after. And this one over here was 55. This one was 100. This one was 12, 12, 10, 16, 46, $8. And she said kind of where she got them from. So this is the diagram and the layout of this card. So, and then here is why she laid these out this way as FOPs. And then, oh wow, look, interesting that this would be on some beautiful scripture. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to read this tonight. I'm going to read one of these passages tonight. That's a message from beyond, and I'll accept it wholeheartedly. So I'll be reading that tonight. Look how that happens. 125, 50, 50, 100. So remember, the one in the center was 125, 50, 50, and then this one was 100. So this is in the shadow box once again. So these are all framed inside of these gorgeous shadow boxes. And here's your fop, Michelle. Here's your fop. So fop to Michelle. FOP. So thank you so much, guys, for the love in the chat. I really appreciate it. Need a little bit of strength. I need a lot, actually. Sterling silver on this one. Really fantastic. And that one was 100. This one was 120. And then let me make sure I tell you right. I think these two, yep. Okay, these two were 50 and 50. 50, 50, 125, and 100. This one's sterling silver. Look at that beautiful courting couple. Solid sterling silver. There's your hallmarks. Very early. And look at the detail of that fine gentleman and his beautiful lady in their regalia. And then here's another one. Look at him like courting her. Look at that. Look at him sticking his butt out. Puffing his chest up and sticking his butt out. Like, look at me. I'm a proud peacock, you know? This is Shirley Shaw, Jasperware, made in the style of Wedgwood. This one's a beautiful little fop. FOP. Look at the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. Yes, please, and thank you. This one is epic. These are very hard to find in tinted brass. Extremely hard to find. Let's see here. He's a dandy, right? I wonder what outfit that was on. I know. See, yeah. And then, do you guys want to see the waistcoats I have that are original Victorian waistcoats? Because I have Lisa hand knows this. She's seen the fashion collection. I haven't shown any of the fashion. People are like, yeah, you have to Google FOP. Yeah. Not Fraternal Order of Police either. So, you don't, yeah, because you'll come up with like Fraternal Order of Police and then you'll have to donate so you don't get any speeding tickets. How do I know that? Well, I won't say. I have a get out of jail free card. The perks of being friends with the ex-captain of the police force. So, just kidding. Am I really? So this is an Ivory, and this one's very, very, very rare. And Michelle will know why. This is Ivory, and she put Ivorite. I forgive her. You know, I know she meant Ivoroid, but look at that for a celluloid. That's ivory, and then it's resin washed in a beautiful Victorian frame, beautiful zinc tin border, and look at him and her. Celluloid inside of metal. You know that celluloid absolutely hates being inside of metal. Celluloid can't stand being inside of metal. She paid $120 for just that one button. I would say on this card, if they valued it back then for, what did I say, $685, it's probably slightly more now. This is a card I would consider selling, even though I'm still on the fence about some of these cards. But do you see the way they cut the circles out and then they laminated this down to a white board? Some of these other ones are magnificent. I wish I could take them off and show you. This luster glass one, let me move this one up. Let me make sure I don't break anything because I don't want to break the buttons. That would be a tragedy. Look at the luster on this one. I've never seen this in a charm string. I've never seen this button, but check that out. Serious courtship, exactly right. Absolutely, exactly right. I never collected them. I never collected FOP. I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't. It just wasn't my jam. And when Michelle showed me her card, she said, "I remember when you showed me a card, and her text came through, and it said food. It's instead of FOP, it auto corrected it to food. I remember seeing your food card." Michelle, did you know that it came through as food? It did. It came through as food. Michelle didn't correct herself, and it said, "I like your food card." I was like, I looked at her text like, "Victorian food? What?" I'm like, "Food buttons." I did. That one's black glass, an amazing size, and with silver luster. And let me show you one of my favorites. Oh, there's two favorites. Hold on. Let me get this one off in the back corner. Look at him. I've never. Michelle, do you have this one? Yeah, it did, Michelle. It said, "Oh, thank you, JH. I genuinely love people who appreciate history and art. It's just the way I was born. It's just the way I was born. I was just born different than most people. You know, my kids my age way back when wanted to go to the football games, and I said, "Can I go to the library and learn?" I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to be around other kids. I couldn't stand it, actually. You don't have him? Nah, 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 nah. Just kidding. You know, competition, collecting is not a competition. Even though they tried to make it that way with the competitions. Isn't this wonderful with the man in the moon? Isn't that face fantastic? That's me when I wake up in the morning. I don't know why I wake up some morning really angry. The other morning, I had a dream about my dad, and it was a vision more than a dream. And I woke up so sad because I had told him I couldn't hear what he was saying. And I said, "Dad, just tell me tomorrow. You know, Dad, just tell me tomorrow." And then I woke up and I'm like, "Oh, you know, he can't tell me, but he can. You know, he can still tell me." This one's fantastic. Victorian, worth a fortune. Look at the detail and the dimension of that. Worth an absolute fortune. Really fantastic button. I'll tell you what, this card, it could go more along the lines of 800 maybe now. Michelle, what do you think for values? Do you think these are up or down? Oh, good night, David Berkheimer. Tell Karen I love her. Tell Karen I love her. And thank you for the super chat. And I think someone else gave me a super chat. Did they? Someone else had to have, because I see the total in the corner. Did I miss somebody's super chat? Oh, son of a gun. How do I see my super chats, guys? Dang it. Who else gave me a chupa chat? Who else gave me a chupa chat? Who did it? Who did it? Someone else gave me a super chat. Darn it. Someone else gave me a super chat. Who did it? Who gave me a super chat? Brian? Brian did. I thanked him, right? I did. Oh, I did. I thanked Brian. Okay. Oh, gosh. I thought I missed one. Okay. Thank you so much, both of you. David and Brian, thank you so much to my fine gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Or was it John's daughter that did? Shoot. Well, thank you, John's daughter. I don't know if you did or didn't. It doesn't matter. No, Brian did. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I so appreciate everyone being here. You don't ever have to give me money. It's just greatly appreciated. This one for Sterling is great. So they are down in general, Michelle. I agree. So, all right, maybe worst case scenario, I say, hey, maybe this is worth 500. But look at that one for sterling silver. Beautiful hallmarks right up the side. And I've always loved the way they proudly marked them all the way up the side. Sterling silver. I so wish my phone could cooperate and focus. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm going to call it and say I've really appreciated your time tonight. You've been an epic crowd. I need to go call my mom. I can't believe I've been on for 3 hours and 2 minutes. Please, if you're watching on replay, continue to hit that thumbs up. Please leave me some great comments. And I so appreciate your time tonight. I'll get all my buttons back inside of their cases, and I'll get their frames back together. I've had a wonderful time tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to be able to go on Thursday night with Thelma. I think that's the goal. It's either going to be Thursday. It's either going to be tomorrow or Thursday, and I think it's going to be Thursday. If it's not this Thursday, maybe it's next Thursday. But I'll communicate with her, and we'll figure it out. If not, I'll just come on Thursday with like a gemstone sort. So we can figure that out. And I still appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. If I come on Thursday night with Thelma, it's probably going to be just maybe an hour, hour and 15. We'll shoot the shit. So, yeah, I think it would be Thursday night. So, all right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You've been so epic tonight. I really appreciate your time. I'm going to go give my mom a call. Thank you all for your well wishes. You've been fantastic. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much, you guys. You know who you are out there. And Pistachio, if that shirt came from you today, thank you so much for my new shirt. You have no idea what it meant. It couldn't have come at a better time. Pistachio, thank you. I love you. Good night, everyone. I love you all so, so much. Have a good night. Good night.